All right, as usual, let's just hop right in. It is Sunday, March 9th, 2025. I'm Boston Brian. This is Blunt Politics. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining us. If you could, if you would, if you do, hit the like button. It would be really fantastic if you could. Subscribe to the channel. Seems to me, by the percentages and by the analytics they feed me, that a lot of you guys watch but don't subscribe. That's fine. Not going to pressure you. But subscribe. It would be fantastic. It would help immensely. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. There's a lot going on, a lot for us to talk about. As usual, too much for us to get to in one show, but I shall do my best. First off, thank you, mods. I appreciate you. Thank you for sacrificing your time and giving up your precious, precious time to make sure the chat is safe and people can have, in-depth conversations and get their points across without, fear of anybody attacking them back. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's bring in the chat so I can say hi to you guys too. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is everything all right? My computer decided to do another update for some reason last night, so I just want to make sure everything sounds right, everything looks right. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Throw some emojis in there. Hi, Laura. How are you? Flipper. What's up? What's up, Michael? How are you? Yogi, what's going on? Atrocious, Winston, KTV Live, what's going on? Hi, Twitch. Hi, Facebook. Hi, Instagram. Hi, YouTube. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a great, great weekend. Margaret from Perth, Australia. How are you? Australia. All right. It's like an Australian Matthew McConaughey. I don't know where that just came from. Tanya, thank you so much for your services. Beth, how are you? Patui, Tobias, SFL. What's going on, my friend? Soulcraft, Mozart, Paula. Everybody's here. The whole crew. Lanzetta, how are you? Texas, what's that say? Texas BBER? Hi from Mexico? Well, how are you, my friends? How are you? Looks like your weather is, I'm going to assume, a little better than mine right now. It's starting to warm up, almost hitting 30 degrees here, I think. Let's see. Nope, 40, almost hitting 40 degrees. Christ, it's a heat wave. Probably people on the beach. What's up, Bridget? How are you? Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. Did you get hit by the cyclone and you're okay? Was there a big cyclone? Man, there's some... Oh, thank you, Cecilia. Look at that. Right off the bat, 5 gifted memberships for 5 lucky people in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Make sure you're thanking Margaret if you are lucky enough to be one of the recipients. You can also, right below me, hit the join button for $1.99. Become a channel member. You can gift memberships. You can do super chats, super stickers, I think they're called. Any of those things. You can subscribe on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you can do that. It doesn't cost you a dime. I'm curious, people in Twitch, how much does it cost, or can you subscribe on Twitch yet? Fill me in on that. I'm not 100% sure how it goes on Twitch, because I was rolling around Twitch and I hit the subscribe button for somebody else's channel and it said it was $8 to subscribe. Is that true? Corrine says, I tried, I can't. Okay. That's not great. Let's see. You have to be an affiliate program, then we can sub. Yeah, because I don't think I'm monetized. As far as I can tell, I'm not monetized. Yeah, Right. Yeah, you're right. Let's see who said that. You're right, Mark. Yep. But I think I've done everything that they've, like all the hoops. I've jumped through all the hoops as far as I know. I don't know what's up with that. But I hope once I do get through all the hoops, it's not going to be $8 or $7 or whatever the hell it was for you guys to subscribe. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. If that's going to be the case, I'll tell you not to fucking subscribe. I'll tell you that I'd rather you hop on YouTube. If you want to subscribe there, it's $2. You know what I mean? Thank you, Fancy. Appreciate that. I appreciate you, Fancy. Thank you for being. All right, so much to get to. I'm already off track. Good Lord. I mean, just right off the bat, let me do this. Let me do this. So, didn't we see this coming? Did we tell you this was going to happen? Did we tell you this was going to happen? U.S. citizen detained by ICE. Question: vote for Trump. Just following Hispanic people. Right? A Virginia man said he was driving to work Wednesday when two of the men near his home in Virginia when he was stopped by ICE agents with guns in their hands. Right? Did we tell you? We told you this stuff was going to happen. I'm not going to spend too much time in this. I'm just going to go over it real quick. I'm a Patreon patron. I think the best way to support creative content. Pam, you could be absolutely right because it is separate from all of these other platforms, right? So just in case, something happens to YouTube, something happens to Twitch or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, Substack or whatever the hell it is, you still have that. You still have that resource for your fans, followers, subscribers, and such to continue to support you and your work. So I think you're absolutely right. But yeah, let's go through this real quick. I find this to be, and I'm sorry, a little bit fucking funny. I do. Fucking call me fucking sadistic, call me mean, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I don't give a shit. But I'm going to laugh at this. I'm going to laugh because if you voted for Donald Trump and you actually thought he was going to just lock up the fucking criminals, I thought he was just going to somehow separate the criminals from everybody. Then you're a fucking moron, and you deserve this. Sorry, not sorry. Naturalized Virginia resident, so a resident of Virginia. That state in that state in the United States. That one there said he questioned his vote for President Donald Trump after agents from the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detained him this week when they were looking for another person on a deportation order. Let's see. Nancy Machado said he's a U.S. citizen and provided NBC4 Washington documentation of his legal status. He said he was driving to work Wednesday with two other men when he was stopped by ICE agents near his home. Confused by the scene, Machado said he didn't know what was happening and why agents surrounded his pickup truck. They just got out of the car with their guns in their hands, he said, and turned the keys and said, "Turn off the car, give me the keys, open the window." He told Telemundo's 44's Rosbelis Quinones, who first reported his story, everything was really fast. Let's see here. The best part of this is they didn't even ask me for an ID. Right here. I don't know if you can see that. And pardon my sniffles for some reason. I feel like I just can never not have a cold anymore. This is funny. They didn't even ask me for any identification, right? That seems strange. So are they literally just rounding up anybody that looks brown, anybody that looks Hispanic at this point? Right? And it goes on to say, I told him I was an American citizen. He looked at his partner like, smiling, like, can you believe this guy? Because he asked the other guy, do you believe him? So this guy was like, listen, buddy, I'm a citizen of this country. Can I show you my documentation? Can I show you my ID? And the cops, the ICE agents were just like, fucking get a load of this guy. Actually thinks he's from this country. Fucking idiot this guy is, huh? No, he's really from this country. He's from here. He is. I said he was handcuffed, immediate released after showing his driver's license. The two men and women were taken into custody. He does not know why. So he was released. The other two men were taken. He says here, I was a Trump supporter. I voted for Trump last election. Machado said he thought the Trump administration would, quote, just go against criminals, not every Hispanic looking like that, they will assume that we are all illegals. That's what they're doing now. They're just following Hispanic people. Okay. So, sorry, I was probably in the way of a lot of that, and I apologize, but you get the gist of it, right? You get the gist of it, right? So I think that's more of like I fucked around, now they're finding out, right? Like you fuck around with your vote for a fascist, you fuck around with, your vote for a bigoted, racist, xenophobic piece of shit, then, you lay in the bed you make, right? You sleep in it. You got to sleep in that bed. And now, unfortunately, a lot of people are having to sleep in the bed that they made. So let me go back to here. And I'm also trying out this new scenes things with StreamYard. So my apologies if I'm still trying to get the hang of it. I'm trying to see if it makes anything worse or better. Let's see here. Mark says, I'm brown and live in Northern Virginia. I'm going to carry my government issued ID with me everywhere, but I'm skeptical if it will actually help me if I'm pulled over shaking my fucking head. Can you imagine that? And everybody's like, oh, it's so far away and it's not going to come to my backyard. And, I didn't vote for like my neighbors to be removed. And well, now, I mean, how close does it have to get to the chat? I mean, one of our longtime moderators for several different channels on this platform, well known in the community in that area, is now literally faced with this. Has to carry as much identification as he possibly can everywhere he goes, just in fucking case, right? You never know. Am I dark? Am I too dark? Is it my mustache? Is it not my mustache? Should I shave it? What should I wear? Is it okay to wear these? Should I not wear a flannel? Right? Should I not wear khakis? Is that gonna, like, are they gonna mistake me for somebody else? Am I, I'm Mark, but are they coming for another Mark, or somebody with a similar ad? You never fucking know, right? And like this other guy, at first, when he tried to show his identification, the ICE agents laughed in his face. Said, look, fucking get a load of this guy, right? Eventually, he ended up showing him his ID, and everything was, and for him at least, everything was hunky-dory and went on his way. But for the other two gentlemen, they were taken into custody, and at least to the word of the gentleman questioned in this report, he does not know why. So it could be it could very well be that those people were detained unlawfully, illegally as well. So, Mark, I'm sorry, brother, that you even have to even think about that when you step outside the door. Just ridiculous shit that we have to deal with in this. I got to roll one. Yeah, no worries, Yvonne. What's up, Peter? What's up, Peter? How are you, buddy? But yeah, I mean, that's just one of the things that I want to start off with, right? So let me get this out of here. And then I am going to bring this up. Where did my, that's a great question. That is a great question. Oh, here we go. So we got several videos, several clips, several articles to get through today. I just wanted to throw that up. There's another one that I just wanted to throw up real quick. Was kind of a breaking news. Just this morning, a man was shot at the White House. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Share screen. Bam, bam, bam. How you doing, ma'am? And then I'll go to this scene. Will that work? It does work. Good Lord Almighty. Look at that. Technology. All right, yeah, so just real quick again, just to catch you up on some breaking news this morning. Secret Service shoots armed man in confrontation near White House. Washington police had reported a, quote, suicidal individual possibly traveling to D.C. from Indiana. The suspect had been taken to the hospital, and his condition is currently unknown. This was 7:26 this morning, so there could very well be some more information on that incident, but this was the article I found this morning when I was looking. Secret Service shot an adult male near the White House in Washington, D.C. shortly after midnight on Sunday after an armed confrontation with law enforcement, according to the agency. Happened on the intersection of 17th and F Streets. What's that? F Streets Northwest. On Saturday, local police reported, as I said, a suicidal individual. As officers approached, the individual brandished a firearm. An armed confrontation ensued, during which shots were fired, and by our personnel, the Secret Service said Sunday in a statement shared on X by spokesman Anthony Guglielmi. But yeah, so that was this morning, and unfortunately, I think, incidents like this, people trying to take justice into their own hands, especially as the weather warms up, as people start going outside again, as people start, frequenting bars and restaurants. The alcohol intake kind of jumps up during the summer in a lot of places. There's, again, I'll show in this, I should probably do more of this, of telling you guys what I'm going to go through in the whole show first and then going through it. But, right off the bat, something to add to this is Ben Shapiro now calling for the pardon of Derek Chauvin. And we'll watch a few minutes of him asking for that. Now, let's take the fact that we're still in this dystopian nightmare of Elon Musk and Doge just completely dismantling the administrative state. Donald Trump and his fucking, the administrators that are pertaining to defense are just completely capitulating, literally just working for Vladimir Putin and the Russians. People are getting health care ripped out of their fucking lives. Veterans are being fired left and right from government positions. What else? There's a million fucking things that we could talk about, right? And if you think about the summer of love, quote unquote, and the passion that you saw during that summer, add that to everything else that's going on. Add those emotions to everything else that's going on, and I think you just have a tinderbox, right? Just a fucking a bunch of gasoline and somebody with a lighter and a match just ready to spark it on there. And as soon as Derek Chauvin or anything like that happens, is pardoned or something like that, it could be the spark for that. And I'd hate to see it, but would it really surprise you? Would it really fucking surprise you, right? So let me get this off the screen here. I'm gonna stop screen. Present. We'll actually go to, yeah. Let's pull this one up first, considering I was just talking about it. Actually, before I do that, excuse me. Before I do that, this is, again, I just want to press this home as much as I possibly can. So let me share this with you. This is going on as you're hearing Donald Trump, literally just list the demands of Russia, list the demands of Putin, and just feed that to the Volodymyr Zelensky and say, hey, these are our demands. This is what's going to happen, right? As he, paints them into a corner, as he paints NATO and fucking the European Union into a corner and forces them to come together, forces them to prepare for a war without the United States as an ally, and potentially not only not as an ally but as an enemy. Like, I wouldn't put that out of reach either. I mean, look at the vote the United States had last week, or was it the week before, when we're voting against Ukraine and with Russia and with places like North Korea. What was it? Sudan, a few other, Haiti, a few other terrible, terrible places as far as government is concerned. Is that just the start? When Donald Trump's talking about mineral deals with Russia, he's talking about potentially opening up flights back into Russia. Different ways to for the United States to continue to work with Russia more, right? And then we got shit like this, going on. Let me just put this in here. I'm going to put this on stage for you right there. And then we got shit like this, right? Russian strikes on Ukraine kill 20 as U.S. cuts intelligence sharing with Kyiv. So the fact that Donald Trump has now cut aid and intelligence is now making it more difficult for Ukrainian artillery, Ukrainian air defense systems to pick up and to destroy a Russian attack before it gets to its target, because they do not have this prior warning. They do not have the United States satellites and the information from those satellites that gets relayed to Ukraine that tells them when a strike is incoming, or a strike is potentially incoming, right? Which then gives Ukraine the time, the precious time they need to set up their air defense systems, get them locked in, which then allows them to shoot down a high percentage of the incoming missiles, drones, Shaheds, whatever it may be, right? But now that we don't have that, and I know in not only that, but Donald Trump is putting pressure on the United Kingdom to have them stop sharing their intelligence with Ukraine. And I know France has stepped up and said that they will sharing more intelligence with the Ukrainians. But to make it more difficult for Ukraine to defend their homeland, and at the same time, on the flip side of that, it's making it more easy for Russia to strike civilian targets. Right, it's making those strikes more effective. Up the last month or so, as far as I've seen, the Russians were using mainly Shahed drones to strike. Over the last couple of days, we've seen them launch their ballistic missiles again. The cutoff of aid is now putting these Patriot air defense systems in jeopardy. I mean, they could be at some point just big fucking paperweights if they don't have the ammunition they need to fire. Right? It's just going to be a really, really, really expensive fucking, I don't know, fountain, I guess. But this is what's going on, as wow. Again, it's still crazy to me that we're covering shit like this, and this is how it's going. But this is what's going on, right? And let me see, I got something else. 20 people killed, and then we got stuff like this. Let me switch this too. Share this tab instead. This was another story, and it would be great if it was. So there we go. So, from rundown British seaside resort, Russian spies launched honey traps and espionage plots. So, on top of killing innocent civilians on a nightly basis, on top of Russia having never, in my ears that I've heard, even mentioned the words peace, or have said that they're ready to actually come to some terms in this war that they started, that they're their aggressor in. So not only are they killing people, but they got this going on and around Europe. And if you don't think they're attacking the United States systems somehow, if you don't think they're behind the fucking scenes somehow, as Philip Bittner loves to point out, we are at war with Russia, whether it be an information war, whether it be technological, or whether it be military, a military war. But all of them still pertain to our national security, right? So this is what's going on. 3 Bulgarian nationals were convicted in the UK for orchestrating honey traps, kidnappings, and murder plots targeting high-profile dissidents and sensitive military sites. And I'm assuming honey traps is what we would call a honeypot. I'm guessing on that one. The Haiti guest house, with its torn-out carpets and grandmotherly Victorian facade, makes for an unlikely base for Russian-backed high-stakes espionage. But for years, the guest house in Greater Yarmouth, a rundown resort town on Britain's east coast, played host to a freelance spy ring orchestrating cross-continental honey traps, kidnappings, and let's see here. Let's see what they actually are calling this. Exclusive Snowden docs. So that just links to another thing. So the details, which seem to be pulled straight from a spy novel, unfolded in British courts last week after 3 Bulgarians, members of a Russian spy ring, a Russian ring operating from their base in the United Kingdom, were found guilty of conspiracy to spy. Gabrielle Gabarova, 30, a beautician tapped to carry out honey traps. I'm assuming, like I said, a honeypot where send a beautiful woman, pick up this high-profile dissident, either get him in a compromising situation, or get him on tape saying this or that. Slacks. Who's yelling Slacks? Did I miss something? Did I miss Slacks? I'm sorry, Slacks. What's up, brother? I appreciate you, my man. I get everybody at the end. If you do make a contribution, and I should say more, like, share, and fucking subscribe, please. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's freaking free. Doesn't cost you a dime. But if you do want to contribute, right underneath me, $1.99, best $2 you'll spend ever, right there. What up, OG Adam? What's up, brother? Kristen Honeypot is a place designed to extract compromise on a person by using sex workers, etc. Right. So basically, think Jeffrey Epstein style, where he had fucking cameras and recording devices, and basically just brought high-profile individuals in there, got them on camera doing shit they shouldn't have been doing, and then used that information to say, okay, hey, either do this or I'm fucking releasing the tape, basically. Is what it comes down to. But I just wanted to point this out. I'm not going to take a huge amount of time on it, but I just wanted to let you know that as the president of the United States, as Donald Trump is actively negotiating for Russia, actively negotiating for terrorists, This is what's going on behind the scenes. This is what those terrorists are doing behind the scenes. This is how they're using this situation, and they're laughing at us. Thank you, JD. Appreciate you, brother. What's going on, my man? 11 months. Think about that. Crazy. I do appreciate it. But yeah, and that goes to this one as well. Take this off the screen. I'm going to take this off the screen. I'm going to take that one off the screen. That goes right along with this one as well. Let's see here. Russian news. This one, right? Oh, I don't even have to do it like this, do I? Ooh. StreamYard's trying to make it easier for me, right? And I think what they're doing is confusing the shit out of me. Here we go. So I'm going to pull this one up, and this is just, Russian state media telling us exactly how they feel, telling us exactly what we already know, right? Let's see here. This is Olga Skabieva praising Donald Trump. Let me see if this will go in right here. If I put that on stage, add to stage. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Where is it? It is not there. What if I try this? Is it on the other side of this? No. Remove. It's in the stage. Why would it play? Oh, there it is. All right. So let's listen to this. Check this out. Let's hear what they're saying. I think I'm small enough where you will be able to see the subtitles. But yeah, here we go. Check this out. This is Russian state media praising Donald Trump for his actions. All right. So I am cutting off the, let's see here. I'll just make it the full screen so you guys can see it. Americans keep cutting off access to intelligence. Let's go. Keep going.
Доступ к своим разведданным.
For Ukraine's armed forces.
Вслед за снимками с военных спутников Киев лишили.
Let's say Kyiv was denied access to commercial satellite images.
Доступа к фотографиям с коммерческих спутников.
Of the company Maxar. So Donald Trump used leverage to put on a private company, a private U.S. company, as he was doing to the UK, to make sure that they stop in any way assisting Ukraine, right? So I believe that was that a radar? They were using Maxar. I think it's some sort of radar company. I could be wrong on that. I'm not gonna speculate. I have heard the name a lot. I know it's highly important to Ukraine and what they do, and it's used a lot. But as for its specifics, but I think it's something like that. But yeah, let's continue.
Компании Maxar. Его отключили с формулировкой по административному запросу.
So what's that say? So what the problem is I can't see it because it's I got stuff in the way. So something was cut off due to an administrative request.
Что бы это ни значило.
Whatever that means.
Ограничение коснется и
This restriction will apply
структуры
both to commercial and private Ukrainian accounts.
частных украинских.
Oh, thank you, Lori, for becoming a new Patreon member. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I know I'm not on the screen, but I can see you guys, and I do appreciate the new Patreon. I thank you for signing up. You guys can do that at patreon.com/BostonBrian as well. Thank you so much.
Клиент. Это осложнит, конечно, киевскому режиму мониторинг продвижения российских войск и оценку.
Notice how they call it the Kyiv regime. Do you see that? Let me see here. Let's see if I can go back. I don't know if I control this. Watch how they call it the Kyiv regime.
Структуры частных украинских клиентов. Это осложнит, конечно.
For the Kyiv regime, this will certainly complicate. So they're acknowledging. They're obviously, as we already know, they're acknowledging what Donald Trump is doing is going to further complicate and make the war more difficult for Ukrainians and make things much more easy, at least for the time being, for the Russians.
Продвижение российских войск и оценку последствий прилета.
In determining the aftermath. So basically they're saying it's going to make it more difficult for them to tell their troops where to go or have their troops know where to go, because they're not going to have the prior intelligence, right, that they were relying on from United States satellites. And they're also not going to be able to, they're also going to have a harder time determining the aftermath of their strikes, whether or not they were successful, whether or not they were, unsuccessful, that type of thing.
Теперь на Украине боятся, что
Now Ukraine fears that Starlink may also be turned off. And again, Elon Musk steps back into the conversation. Thank you, Nordes. Appreciate that so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. I feel terrible. I'm not on screen, but I want to make sure you guys can see the captions. And obviously, it's important to know what they're saying. But thank you, Nordes. Make sure everybody's thanking Nordes for the 5 gifted memberships. Seems like it's a weekly ritual. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you to continue to commit to this channel. So thank you. It's very much appreciated from everybody here at the Brian, from everybody at the Brian House of Briantology. Thank you so much.
Могут следом отключить и Starlink.
Oh, 1 second. Let me get that so you can see. Ukraine's armed forces.
Пишет об этом сегодня Вашингтон-Пост.
Some of the Washington Post writes today.
Главная страшилка в публикации Вашингтон-Пост это.
Let me see here. I'm going to go ahead to where this guy speaks. There's an agreement signed last year. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at what they're look what's on screen right now. Ooh. Check this out.
Юрием Дубининым и его дочерью. Дочь посла всячески льстила Трампу и предлагала
The ambassador's daughter kept flattering Trump.
построить Трамп Тауэр в Москве.
Something about that he built a Trump Tower in Moscow in 1987. What I'm trying to do is get to this guy. No, look at it. It's all they're talking about is Donald Trump. Look at this. Look at this. They're so happy with it. They're so friggin' happy with it. That's all they're talking about. This guy right here. Ready?
Возможности. Но ведь прекрасная вещь, значит, информацию за.
He is doing excellent things. Right? Turned off their intel access. Turned off their satellites.
Скрыли. Спутники отключили у них. Приостановили оружие.
They've suspended weapons deliveries.
Там убрали даже.
They even deleted their deal with Zelensky from the website, which was another story. If you went to the White House website, the deal on the website was actually listed, and now all of a sudden it's got a 404 on it, which is what this guy's talking about.
У них, так сказать, с Зеленским. То есть надо идти сегодня.
We should follow the track that is being offered to us, right? Clearly acknowledging that Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is offering Russia and Putin a track, an off-ramp, an offshoot, an escape route, a fucking tunnel to get their ass out of the situation that they put themselves in the first place.
Конечно, по тому треку, который предлагается. А трек предлагается вплоть до...
Yeah, you know what I can do? Because I feel like a fucking moron not being on screen the whole time. Probably get copyright. We'll just do it this way. We'll do it this way. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Духовных вещей. Там вышел этот...
The vice president came out with a cross on his forehead. This is where I believe he's mixing up J.D. Vance with Marco Rubio.
С крестом на лбу вице-президент. Да, это...
Марко Рубио, госсекретарь.
Это возможно было представить это до Трампа? Да это вообще...
Could we have imagined this before Trump? Right there. Russian state propaganda, Russian state media, fucking getting their talking points directly from the Kremlin, the closest source, the closest people to the people at the Kremlin. This is what they're saying it blatantly, out loud, for everybody to see. Could we have imagined this before Trump? This is like unimaginable. It's unfathomable to people. They can't believe their luck. How awesome is this? And this is the fucking aggressor? This is the guys that started it. Just, in case nobody's clear on that. In case we got any trolls in there. In case you're not fucking sure. The guy with the cross on his forehead is representing the United States, trying to intimidate the victim while the president advocates for the aggressor. So, just finish this out because it's very important what you hear next.
Вообще невозможно. Традиционные ценности.
It was impossible. These are the traditional values.
Это серьезная
These are serious things.
вещь. Что, мы не будем это поддерживать?
What's it say? Will we support this? Of course we will.
Будем, конечно. Обязательно.
Мы поддерживаем.
We support everything Donald Trump is doing. Now, in case people just listening and not watching, on the screen now is a side-by-side shot of Marco Rubio with his Ash Wednesday cross on his forehead, with Olga Skabeva on the right, known Russian propagandist, Russian state media star. And at the bottom is the quote from the Russian state media star: "We support everything Donald Trump is doing." Everything. Not some of it, not most of it, not like a fraction of it, not there's like a couple things in there. Every fucking thing that this guy's doing, we love it. Right there. Black and white. Plain and simple. Right there for you to see. Right?
Все, абсолютно жутко нравится, как ведет себя Дональд Трамп пока, но мы же
We love how he is behaving.
понимаем, что он оказывает давление на
But we understand that he is putting pressure on
Киев
Kyiv.
и анонсирует, что скоро
And he will try, what's it say? He will try putting pressure on Moscow, which I guess is what this is what she's referring to. Let me see. I know I got this in here too. So I wanted to make sure, I'm rounded in my coverage, right? I don't want to just do one side of it. So that means I think I got to do this. Share screen again. We'll just do this real quick. Can I add to the stage? Will that take the place of it? How's this? Add to stage. Bam. Can you see that? All right, so this is... Here, I'll even make it a little bigger. Get this in here. I'm going to do a little bit of this. Boom. All right, so this is Donald Trump on Lie Social. Get this out of here. This is, let's see, March 7th, 2025 at 9:17 a.m., right? So this is based on the fact that Russia is absolutely, quote, pounding Ukraine on the battlefield right now. I am strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions and tariffs on Russia until a ceasefire and final settlement agreement on peace is reached. To Russia and Ukraine, get to the table right now before it's too late. Thank you. Right, so this is Donald Trump's attempt, or whoever fucking wrote this, Stephen Chung, Stephen Miller, one of the other fucking flake fucks, whoever wrote this is just like a holy shit, everybody already can see blatantly that we're working for the Russians. We should probably put something out that's like maybe a little, like just a little forceful to the Russians so that we can have that to point back on. Like, oh, remember that tweet that we put out in the True Social? We told Russia we were considering sanctions as we're talking about a fucking aluminum deal, as we're talking about, allowing flights from the United States to Russia to resume, or any other fucking industries that you're trying to link up between Russia and the United States, right? Any deals that you want to do. This right here is just as little. Well, I said this. I really mean that. I was thinking very strongly about sanctions. Very strongly, I thought about it. Right. This is kind of like the few things he did in his first term, in his first administration, to make it seem like he wasn't all up in Putin's nuts. But they're all just fucking Nazis, right? They're
fucking Nazis.
Yeah, and what do we do? What do we do to Nazis?
I'm standing up here bashing the living shit out of Nazis.
It's always a good day. It's always a good day when that happens. But just wanted to show you that because I know everybody's going to be like on the right wing. They'd be like, well, look at his True Social. He said really bad things, that he was going to sanction banking, sanctions, tariffs, and they better talk. They better do talking. Meanwhile, they're killing people nightly. They're committing espionage all over Europe. They're attacking United States systems, right? But he thought about it. He's thinking about sanctions. He is strongly considering maybe a pre-plan to a plan of sanctions, right? Yeah, exactly. He's just a fucking moron. Dumbass. All right, get this out of the way. Let me do this. Boom, back in action. All right, where were we? I do forget where we were. Oh, the Russian state media. But yeah, we finished that one. So again, Russian state media just gleefully putting out videos that are, blatantly pro-Trump, blatantly praising Donald Trump for his actions, both in cutting off aid, cutting off intelligence, speaking to Russia, basically, the deals he's willing to do, the partnerships he's willing to put together with the terrorist regime, with, let's just face it, a guy that's been in fucking power for the last almost 30 years, has killed thousands, is responsible for the death of almost a million people now. What are we at? Here, let me get rid of this. I think I have that as well. I do. Yeah, let's take a look at the Russian losses. Let me get rid of this. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, my apologies. Share screen. Here we go. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to do this. And add to the stage. All right, here we go. So this is the most recent Russian losses as of March 9th, 2025 at 3:47 a.m. You can't see it. Here, let me do this right here. Right there. Right here. 3:47 a.m. March 9th, okay? Just so everybody knows. So they're at 885,130, plus another 1,180 troops in the last 24 hours. Another 14 AFVs to bring their total up to 21,360. Another 142 vehicles. How do you lose 142 vehicles in 24 hours? Fuck, that's wild, right? In 24 hours, 142 vehicles and fuel tanks? The fuck? 6 tanks, yeah, just millions and millions of dollars right there, just alone. Let's see, 24,206 artillery systems, which is plus 58 overnight. Another 190 UAVs, another 3 MLRSs, which are incredibly expensive. Let's see, another 2 anti-aircraft warfare, again, incredibly expensive. So 885,130. So yeah, we're less than 15 away. Less than 15 away from hitting that mark. March 9th, so another 1,000. So let's say by April 1st, maybe. Somewhere around there, maybe a little before, maybe a little after. Russians can expect to hit 1 million troops lost, either dead or wounded from the battlefield, which again is just a staggering fucking number. A staggering number. Just put that in context with any of the recent battles or wars that the United States has been in, and the outrage that was, seen and felt when we lost 20, 30, 40, maybe 100, a couple of hundred, maybe, something like that. Just generally, I'm sure we lost more, and I know we lost less in days, but the outrage and can you imagine if it was anywhere near 1 million fucking troops in a 3-year battle? It's fucking unfathomable, right? And you're talking about dead or people's lives that have been changed fucking forever, right? No legs, no arms, missing an eye, ears, probably guts been blown out. They got bags and, shit that doesn't make it, just doesn't go away when the war ends, if the war ends, right? So yeah, just wanted to bring that to your attention. Obviously, that was the Russian losses as of March 9th. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And so would everybody in the chat. And again, hi chat. I appreciate you guys, everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. I do appreciate you guys watching on your Sunday afternoon. I know it's really nice out as far as March Sundays go, so I do. I appreciate you being here. All right, next up on the content list is, where do we go from here? That's the thing. I got so much I want to show, and it's so hard to figure out a good order to do it in. All right, so I already showed you Olga. Should I show you? Yeah, the Tesla dealerships are under attack. I talked about Ben Shapiro. We'll look at. We're going to take a look at a little bit of Anna from Ukraine's video. Shout out to Anna from Ukraine. And then we got something from, I believe, Newsmax, and then OAN as well, talking about the Epstein files and how MAGA's brains are just fucking fried on this one. They are just so delusional or ignorant or stupid or all of the above. They just cannot see the the bar of gold sitting right in front of their face, where they're like, I just don't understand why we can't get all the information from the Epstein files. It doesn't make any sense to me. Donald Trump's the president. Why can't we get why don't we have the information? Donald Trump is president. Why don't we have the information? It's so weird. We can't get all the files at once. And Pam Bondi said she had it, but it's crazy because Donald Trump is president. But why can't we get it's like, you're close right there. Stop. You're close. You had it. No, the other one. That one. Right? Because Donald Trump is president. Why the fuck would he give himself up? And then, so let's talk about, let's see, it's so hard to figure out. We'll talk about the Tesla dealerships. Let's look at a little bit because it's pertaining to Russia, Ukraine. We'll do Anna from Ukraine. Then we'll do Fox actually bring somebody on that knows what the fuck they're talking about, seemingly, about this conflict and the dangers that we now face in it, which is, I think, a mistake by Fox News, but we'll also take a look a little bit of that. But let's go into Anna from Ukraine. I just wanted to look at the beginning of her video because she talks about the oil refinery that was struck by Ukraine. So let me see if I can bring this in without making myself
Hello,
look like
guys.
Here we go.
How are you? A lot of people ask us, how do we feel in Ukraine? Because apart from this constant attacks from Russia, we experience constant attacks from the White House.
In case I didn't make this clear, this is Anna from Ukraine, or Anna from Ukraine, depending on how you say it, on YouTube. Make sure you guys go over there and give her a like and a share and a subscribe. That would be fantastic. Like she just said, she's Ukrainian in Ukraine and does fantastic informational videos about the war and the updates about it. But yeah, Slava Ukraine, drop them Ukrainian symbols, flags, colors, Heroyam Slavas, Privit mi druzhas, whatever you can do to support in the chat. Let's get it in there. So just like I said, a few minutes of Anna.
Well, it's difficult, but as Winston Churchill advised us, if you are going through hell, keep going. And I think that the best psychotherapy for us in Ukraine and for those worried about Ukraine around the world is more Russian geography lessons. Because yes, despite all
Behave, Wes. Behave.
of that chaos, despite the cut-off US intelligence sharing with Ukraine, despite the ban to share satellite images with us,
And again, just before she goes on here, I find it extremely important to continue to put out and elevate and amplify Ukrainian voices, right? We continue to, and I know myself, I kind of find myself in the position of almost speaking for the Ukrainian people, which is not what I intend to do, right? So I'd like to play more of their own words, more of how they're feeling, more of what they want to do, what they want to see happen, instead of speculating, instead of trying to guess myself or that type of thing. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I think it's important that we like I said, continue to elevate Ukrainian voices in this situation. Is she reading? I don't know, Wes. Does it fucking matter?
the frozen delivery of weapons, Ukrainian drones keep doing the job, and they visited Leningrad region oil refinery and a military plant in Bryansk. There were explosions, there were messages that once again demonstrate to those who can see Russia is vulnerable and can only be saved by Donald Trump. And our task is not to let this happen. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia, which is the only working peace plan, subscribe, we discuss all of that on the channel. To tell you the truth,
I'd also, along that point, Alton, I'd also like to get more, trans people to speak to on the show, so they can, like I said, in a similar fashion, speak and let us know exactly how they're feeling, what they're going through, how society is treating them, instead of us, like I said, speculating and speaking for people. So, I'm not saying it's wrong for anybody that's attempting to stick up for marginalized people and communities, but I think it's more helpful. It would be more beneficial to hear straight from the people being most affected, right? Yeah, don't easy. I know if you're stirring up the pot, I mean, there's a line between stirring up the pot and being, violent or, bigoted or stuff like that. So ignore if you can. But
Try
thank you,
to
Alton.
read news less, because every time I read messages from the White House, I wonder, when will people start reacting? Because this does look like a coup, this total change of foreign policy.
And it's amazing to me that somebody from Ukraine can see it so clearly. So their vision is so clear on this. It's so easy for them to see what is going on, but we still have people inside of this country that are like, no, everything's fine, everything's good, we're all set, not a problem. They got all our data, they're inside the treasury. They've fucking fired, what was it, thousands and thousands of veterans, thousands of fucking people from the nuclear that we need for our nuclear weapons and the maintenance of those. And what was it, the what was the Ebola situation where Elon had cut the funding, and then he said he reinstated it, but it wasn't really reinstated. Like, people are being affected all over the world, and it's crazy to me that it's so clear, very fucking clear, to people so far away that are going through major events, to see exactly what's going on inside of the United States. I believe in separation of church and state, but Biden had Ash Wednesday ashes on his head every year. Trump never has. The point. I mean, yeah, that's right. I mean, we saw everybody in his administration. I saw, like we said, Marco Rubio had. I saw a few other people had it, but did not see Trump, Mr. Bible holding upside down, Mr. I can't tell you what my favorite, line in the Bible is, but he's the most religious man on earth. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Thank you, Sunflower. But yeah, just a couple more minutes of Anna, and then we'll get into Fox actually fucking up and bringing somebody on that knows what the hell they're talking about in this situation.
Is a worrisome symptom, and not just for Ukraine. I don't know if you've noticed, but even the leaders of such super authoritarian countries as China and Iran say it's not okay to undermine Europe, to undermine Ukraine, to demonstrate this total disrespect to your former allies and allies that were your allies for centuries.
It's crazy how, we're almost in the category of former allies as it pertains to Europe. We've gotten to the point so rapidly, where things have done such a 180 so quickly. Thank you, Kara. Thank you so much. Appreciate that $20 super stick. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Appreciate your contribution. I hate that about this whole thing, Brian. It's it's a sad moment. It is very sad, and it's even crazier for me to agree with the people calling us former allies, right? You know what I mean? You'd think that would be like, no, we're definitely, but I mean, you can't argue the fact. It's impossible to argue the fact right now that we are good allies to the European Union, to NATO, Ukraine and beyond. So it's Krasnov is right. Where'd you go? Who said it? Somebody said it. Sorry, I lost it, but somebody had it right. Where'd he go? I'm going to find it. Wasn't that far away? It couldn't have been. There you are, Victor. There you are. Judge Janine was wearing ashes, yeah. Unfortunately, those are cigarette ashes. Those weren't actually from the church. Those were Marlboro Light ashes.
So it's not okay, and it's really difficult to remain.
Make sure you hit the like button, please, while you're here. If you do enjoy the content, I'm not going to force you to, but if you do find yourself enjoying what you're looking at, what you're hearing, what you're seeing, hit the like button. It's not that hard. Jump out of the chat, hit the like, jump right back in the chat, start chatting again.
Especially after very strong missile attacks that Russia targets on Ukraine, demonstrating disrespect to Trump's efforts, and he's not surprised. It is a very vivid illustration that he is an enemy of Ukraine. I mean, Donald Trump, when speaking about these attacks that took place after the United States shut down intelligence sharing with Ukraine, he says he understands Putin. Anyone would do that from the point of view of Donald Trump.
Right. So basically Trump says, what do you expect Putin to do? You know what I mean? What do you expect? Of course he's going to kill civilians, right? The shit is so fucking ridiculous coming out of his mouth. It's so backwards and asinine and ignorant.
And he keeps repeating that it's much easier for him to negotiate with Russia than with Ukraine, because somehow, without intelligence, without new weapons, that Ukraine still does not want to surrender. He speaks that.
He's even said now, do I have this? He's even said now that he wouldn't resume, that he's not going to resume aid or intelligence, even if Ukraine agrees or does sign that minerals deal, right? Check this out. Ready? This is from the Kyiv Independent. Let's see if I can throw this. Add to stage. Remove. Add to stage. All right. This is from the Kyiv Independent. Trump won't resume Ukraine military aid after signing of minerals deal, NBC News reports. Right? So even when Zelensky signs this deal, makes it official, that does not automatically mean that the United States is going to resume military aid or intelligence sharing, right? So again, just making it more difficult. Again, just making it so Ukraine has to jump through more hoops. Again, just trying to demean and undermine Zelensky's status, basically, or control on the world stage, as he did in the White House with J.D. Vance, trying to again undermine. I'll let a hack in the house. What's up? Appreciate you, brother. Where is he? I'm gonna find you. I'm terrible at this chat thing, but I will find you at some point. If you can, throw another chat in there. That'd be great. I appreciate you. And thank you, JD. Appreciate that. You guys are fucking fantastic. You really are. But thank you, Letterhack. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show the other night. That was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed our time together. And thank you for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. And then next on the agenda was Fox News. Let me go back to myself. Or not. Or it could just not work. Or I could do that. There we go. So again, now that we've heard from Anna, now that we've heard from how just a little bit, obviously, of how they're feeling, how it's obvious to them that Donald Trump is clearly on the side of Vladimir Putin, clearly on the side of Russia, clearly trying to undermine the Ukrainians' military strength, clearly trying to undermine their intelligence. Again, making it more difficult for them to defend their cities, making it more easy for Russia to strike their cities, making their strikes more effective. Hey, Yakov, how are you? What's up, buddy? Thank you for the gifted. Appreciate that. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Minerals is why Trump wants Canada. He's not getting Canada. Yeah, and again, thank you to all the new Canadian subscribers, not only on here, but on Blue Sky. Bonjour. I really do appreciate you guys in the fight that you have shown. It's really surprised me, the levels of aggression and fight that the Canadians have. I don't know why it did, because I've played against a lot of Canadians in hockey. And again, they're a different breed on the ice than they are off the ice. It's crazy how that happens. They flip the switch, right? But like I said, bonjour. I do appreciate it. Merci beaucoup. And yeah, let's get into this Fox. Let's get into this Fox video, this Fox clip. I'm not even sure who the presenter is. I don't believe I've ever seen her on Fox News before. But they set her up big time on this one, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. And unfortunately, or fortunately for us, the guy that she brought on really, really does. So let me see. This is Dan. I think his name is Dan Hoffman. He is a former, the former ambassador to Moscow. It'll say on here. He's one of those things. Here we go.
This with former CIA station chief in Moscow.
Former CIA station chief in Moscow. Okay. So if anybody is going to know what they're talking about in this situation, right? It should be this guy. You would think it would be this guy, but he's on Fox, right? I know I've already given the game away, but he's on Fox, so I'm sure a lot of people are like, what's this guy going to say? He should know. Well, let's hear it out.
And Fox News contributor Dan Hoffman. Dan, great to see you today. Always nice to see you on a Saturday. I want to quickly get your thoughts on that infamous Oval Office meeting. Where were we then, and where are we now?
Well,
and you think, well, he's on Fox, so he's probably going to say Zelensky started it all. Well, you shouldn't have gone in there and instigated it. You shouldn't have gone in there and on his hands and knees and shined the shoes of J.D. Vance and kissed the feet of Donald Trump, right? That's what you're expecting, right?
Look, that was a tough one to watch, where you've got our president and vice president openly.
What he wants to say, right? You can openly, he wants to say antagonizing. He wants to say being a dick. He wants to say acting like assholes. But then he remembers he's on Fox News, right? This little, that little moment there. He wants to call them dickheads. He wants to say they instigated it, but he remembers he's on Fox News. So he kind of tones it down just a bit.
Having this disagreement with the president.
Right, he tones it down to having this disagreement.
Ukraine for all of us to see. I wish they'd done that behind closed doors.
Which Zelensky wanted to happen, behind closed doors, what you do. In history, in the annals of history, right, you don't see... You see pictures and fucking photo ops and, not serious discussions happening in front of the media, not fucking actual negotiations between allies or supposed allies. You don't do that in front of the media for the first time. You hash it out in the back room and then you come out afterwards, as is always done in the White House, right? You always see fucking Trump or Biden. They always meet with the person. They have dinner. They have lunch. They do this, do they do that. And then they come out and do their meeting and talk about a little bit of what they had to say and what they sat down and talked about and this and that, right? You don't have the fucking first. You don't do this in front of the fucking kid. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to do this no matter what. Even if he did it in the background, even if he did it behind closed doors, it's still ridiculous. But to do this in front of cameras was fucking unreal. Just ridiculous shit. And this guy knows it.
But look, the President Trump has tried to entice Russia to come to the negotiating table. He's promised that Ukraine would never.
He hasn't, right? But again, he's on Fox News, so he has to do a little pandering, right?
Join NATO, that we would not go back to Ukraine's 2014 border. He's halted military assistance to Ukraine, as well as intelligence sharing, all of those things. And Russia continues to rain down hell on Ukraine.
Right, and he's wrong in this position. I think he knows better, right? So what he's trying to do, he's trying to make it seem like Donald Trump has actually done something to bring Russia to the table, but really all he's done is make their military efforts easier, right? He's made it easier for them to continue their special military operation. He's made it less likely that they'll come to the table. He's made it less likely that they'll stop doing what they're doing. Right?
Ukraine's infrastructure.
But keep listening.
And civilians. Just last night, there was a Russian cruise missile attack in Donetsk that killed 14 civilians. And the Russians are now using their missiles from S-300 air defense because they're less concerned about Ukraine launching any attacks along the border inside.
What were we saying earlier? What was I saying earlier, right? They're now using their ballistic missiles instead of the Shahed drones because they feel more comfortable now that they are less likely to be shot down because of the intelligence sharing not being there. Because of the, obviously Ukraine now has to go into conserve mode, right? They can't just be firing off their artillery. They can't just be firing off their fucking Patriots, their defense systems, whenever they want. They have to use them strategically now because they don't know when the next fucking shipment is coming. So therefore, that makes it more likely that Russia will start attacking with more extreme weapons at a more frequent rate to more populated areas.
Russian territory because Ukraine doesn't have the intelligence support from the United States to do so. As far as sanctions are concerned, on this network years ago, I said that President Biden's threat to use economic coercion, including sanctions, would never deter Putin from launching the war in the first place. And now...
well, I'd argue it was never to deter Putin specifically or directly, but to target high-ranking individuals, oligarchs around him, to weaken his support system, to make it more likely that somebody may turn on him, And then the benefit of that would be if Vladimir Putin was either removed from power or decided to stop being a fucking dictatorial fucking piece of shit.
Putin is enjoying support from Iran. He's got a drone factory with the Iranians in Russia to produce drones. He's got artillery from North Korea and North Korean soldiers being used as cannon fodder. So he's in a stronger place. He's swiveled his economy to China, shipping his hydrocarbons, oil and gas there, and to India.
Right, all true, all true. Let's erase the fucking pandering that we heard in the beginning. And I'm not saying to give this guy any credit, but I'm just saying to have these things being said on Fox News, again, is a dub that we need to take, regardless of whose mouth it's coming from.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how sanctions or the threat of sanctions would impact Russia's Putin's calculus, but perhaps President Trump has some other ideas about that.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I remembered when President Biden talked about all the different kinds of sanctions he would put on Russia, and he did, and it didn't seem to deter Vladimir Putin one bit.
Well, again, the sanctions are not like overnight fixes, right? They're obviously long-term things meant to weaken the economy, meant to weaken the ruble, meant to weaken the oligarchical power of these people in Russia. And I think it's done its job to a point. Again, sanctions alone are never going to end a war of this magnitude. It's just never going to happen like that. But again, it's not. You're not fucking hurting, right? You're the only person you hurt. The only people you're hurting are the people that you're sanctioning, right? To seize the assets around different banks in Cyprus or in the UK when they're seizing seizing yachts and that sort of stuff. You've heard France talk about how they have Russian assets that they've seized. What's that say? Dinky is an idiot. Hal Sparks said something. What do you say? Hal Sparks said so. Well, that's a good segue into making sure everybody's watching Hal Sparks during the week, and on Saturday mornings his radio show too. So what up, Hal? Appreciate you, brother. Everybody should be checking out his show. Everybody should be checking out Philip Ittner's podcast, which I believe goes live just before my show. You should be looking at the Letter Hack. We should be talking about so many different Dollemore, Brittany Page, Ben Dixon, so many different people that we should be supporting. 21st Century Suffragettes, of course, Mark. Absolutely. So making sure you guys are supporting different independent creators. That would be fantastic. Just a couple more minutes of what this guy has to say, and then we'll head on to our next clip.
In his war effort. And so you're right. I think we're all curious to see what President Trump has up his sleeve. He's talking about rounds of sanctions and tariffs. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But do you think at some point both Putin and Zelensky and the United States come to the table?
Right. This is the ultimate question. Let's see what he has to say.
Wickedly complex challenge. Look, I've seen this up.
But I thought it was so easy, right? I thought it was so easy. I was told, wait a minute. I was told that it's very, very easy to end this war. We were told for months that it was going to happen in 24 hours. All you got to do is tell Putin to get in a room, and you tell Zelensky to get in a room, and you bat his head, and you fucking whack him off, and you rub his feet, and you lick his taint, and, we come out with a deal somehow. Everything's fucking hunky-dory. We're all set. No problems here. Everything's good. What did it take us? 25, 30 minutes. He finished quick. He took him a little longer, but, what are you going to do? But all of a sudden now we hear from the fucking former CIA fucking station chief in Moscow that this is an incredibly complex problem, like we've been saying on this side of the aisle since it fucking started. Just waltz in there and end this war. You're hearing from the horse's mouth, right? Somebody that actually knows what's going on in the situation. They might fucking tailor their rhetoric to Fox News' liking, but you can be damn sure that this guy knows fucking exactly what's going on and the dangers we face. You can tell in his fucking the way his voice, right, his tone. So let's see. Just fucking, I want to hear what he has to say.
Close, having served in war zones before with the CIA, that wars end when both sides are too exhausted to fight or one side wins. Putin's strategic objective continues to be to topple the government of Ukraine, install a Kremlin puppet regime. He hasn't.
But I'm sorry, Donald Trump keeps telling us that he knows that Putin wants peace. He keeps telling us he knows Putin wants peace. Why is now this guy, who is clearly far more intelligent, clearly has far more knowledge of the fucking situation, clearly is more in tuned in the area, considering he's fucking been stationed in fucking Moscow, but he's telling us differently. He's telling us that their strategic objective has not changed. Their strategic objective is to topple the government of Ukraine still, as the president of the United States is negotiating with and for these same people. Make sure you hit the like button, please.
Succeeded at that in spite of hundreds of thousands of casualties that he's caused in Russia and hundreds of thousands in Ukraine as well. So I just don't know how we get them to the negotiating table. I think that's going to be a real challenge for this administration. I know we want to do it, and it would be good to get a ceasefire.
It would be good. And you know what? We have just the person in charge, guys. Just fucking don't relax. Don't just relax. We got the perfect person for this, because if anybody on earth can handle these incredibly complex situations and negotiations, it's the guy that wrote The Art of the Deal. No, he didn't write it. No, I guess he didn't write it. Right? The guy that's bankrupted more companies than anybody on earth. This is who we're fucking relying on. And you can tell this guy's always like, this ain't gonna be easy. This administration's got like another thing coming. If they think they're just gonna sit down with fucking Putin and Zelensky, have a couple burgers, a couple Diet Cokes, and everything's gonna be all set. Right? I think that's it, though.
But I also don't see any evidence that that's what Putin wants.
We'll end on that. There's no evidence that this guy has seen. Former CIA station chief, nothing that he's seen. Thank you so much to whoever just signed up on Patreon. I appreciate it. Didn't give me the name, though, but I appreciate you. Whose birthday? Judy. Happy birthday, Judy. Is it your birthday or somebody else's birthday? Happy birthday, Judy. Judy, it's your birthday. All right, so let's get out of this one. But yeah, completely contradicting what you've heard from Donald Trump thus far in this negotiation process. We've seen absolutely nothing to suggest that Vladimir Putin of Russia is willing to, able to, wanting to, or going to sit down and actually hash out a deal for peace. But again, the propaganda keeps coming from the president of the United States doing Vladimir Putin's bidding. Vladimir Putin pretty much doesn't have to do a fucking thing as far as propagandistic rhetoric, right? You can just let Donald Trump do everything. Cutting off the aid, cutting off the fucking intelligence, fucking berating Zelensky in front of the world, talking about deals with Russia, excusing their fucking attacks and their war crimes, saying, "Oh, what else do you expect them to do, right? What else do you expect them to do?" Well, why don't you use that same fucking mentality towards Zelensky? His people are fucking dying. He's, even if he is being a fucking asshole towards Putin, which I hope he continues to be. I don't think he is. I think he's doing the right thing. But if Donald Trump's mind, he thinks that Zelensky's being like an asshole towards Putin, right? Why in his Donald Trump's mind cannot he say, "What else do you expect?" Right? Wouldn't that be the fucking the logical thing to think? What else do you expect? He's saying the same thing about Putin. That's what he's thinking about Putin. What do you expect he's doing? He's launching missiles, killing people. Of course he is. It's a war. What do you expect? Great. Well, at the same token, Ukrainian people have been dying for the last fucking since 2014. Right, and probably beyond. Why can't you think in your mind, well, obviously they're going to be fucking pissed. Obviously they're not going to come out and say fucking nice things, right? Buffering, well, I'm getting buffering. Anyone else? It seems good on my end, Steph. If you try maybe logging out and coming back. But let me know if anybody else is having the same problem. Try a refresh, come back. Let me know if that doesn't work, please. Yes, VD. That is also on the agenda, but I just wanted to get through all of our Russia-Ukraine material, which I believe I did. Yeah. But yeah, I got a lot on that. Let's do the All right, I'll bring this up first. It's 2:14. Start on. I got 45 minutes. All right, so I'll do this for a couple minutes, and then we'll get into the rest of the videos. Just, of course, I'm never on time. Always. Oh, fucking Christ. No buffering here. All right, cool. You look fine, and my computer is crap. Thank you, John. That's hilarious. All right, come on, mouse. Come on. Come on. All right, there we go. Present. And listen, guys, I am not. I do not take any pleasure in bashing what people like to call bashing on Dems, right? I do not take any fucking pleasure in it, but I am here to call out people that are not helping us, people that are not working to bring our society, to bring our country in the same direction, right? And this is just one of those. This is just one of those things. Nope, that's not what I want to see. I want to remove that. I want to put that in there. There we go. House votes to censure Rep. Al Green for disrupting Trump's speech to Congress. Right. And I don't know if anybody caught my conversation with Brett Meiselas on Wednesday night or my appearance on the Letter Hack left past 10, excuse me, on his channel. But I did. And I've heard other pundits say since, and I'm not going to say they heard me say it. I'm not going to say they watched the shows that I was on or my show. I'm not that pretentious. But I did say, had the Democrats gone in there, and as soon as Donald Trump got to the fucking podium or dais, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, every Democrat should have walked out, stood up, said their piece, and walked the fuck out. That not only would have looked like they were in unison, but it would have totally removed them from this whole fucking narrative of not standing and clapping for the little boy with cancer, right? It would have totally removed that. But the only guy that we saw actually stand up and voice his displeasure was Rep. Al Green, who I thought was a badass in that moment, who I thought used that moment to show people we're not going to stand for whatever this guy's going to say next. We don't stand for the shit that he's already done. And he has no right whatsoever and no mandate to cut people's health care. And it wasn't about this. It wasn't about him standing there. It was about the media attention that he was going to get after, right? Everybody wanted to get an interview with Al Green after, which allowed him to get his word out, allowed him to get his fucking point across, right? That's what it was about. Instead of sitting there like a fucking lump in a log, like Hakeem Jeffries, or holding some fucking stupid sign, which, yes, I guess is better than nothing. But come on, people, right? Come on. And then more sadly, to see in this entire situation is the fact that 10 Democrats decided to vote. The vote was 224 to 198, with 10 Democrats joining Republicans in approving the censure resolution. What the fuck are we doing? Why are we shooting ourselves in our fucking own foot? Why the fuck would you ever be a Democrat and sign on to that fucking censure? Why? For what fucking reason? Did we censure Marjorie Taylor Greene when she got up and screamed and yelled with her fucking little white coat and shit? Right? It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If you want to censure anything, censure the fucking lies that were being spewed up at the dais by the president of the fucking United States. Protest and fucking censure that. What the fuck? And guess who, guys? Guess who, guys? Been mentioned on the show many times. I've brought this up. Many fucking times I've brought this up. Right? Where is his ass? Where does it list these motherfuckers? Right here. Swozy from fucking New York, primary him. All these people primary. Here he is. Jared Moskowitz. Jared fucking Moskowitz. Remember how we've been talking about him in this show? How we've been extremely disappointed in his actions. Praising Elise Stefanik, going on TV and talking about how Matt Gaetz is an ally and Ron DeSantis is an ally, and fucking how he'd be a great attorney general of the United States of America. His bid for the fucking head of FEMA. This fucking bullshit now. To sign on to censure Al Green? What in the fuck are you doing? Primary these people, call these people, let them know no fucking peace while they're on the job. No fucking peace while they're on the job. The phone should be ringing 24/7 for all of these people. Every single one. Amy Barra, Jim Costa, Ed Case, Lauren Gillen, Tom Swozey, let's see here, Jim Himes, Chrissy Houlihan, Marcy Kaptur, Jared Moskowitz, Mary Glusenkamp Perez, and I think that was it. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here, people? And then that leads to this. That leads to bullshit like this. The Daily Beast reports Fetterman slams fellow Dems for unhinged protest during Trump's speech. Another one of these fucking pathetic motherfuckers we've been talking about that I've been told by many on my side that, let him do his thing, right? He's fucking playing 7D chess. He's definitely trying to, I know he's kissing Trump's ass, but he's trying to get something from him at this. What's he getting? Please explain to me. What is this fucking bald bastard getting? What is he getting for his ass kissing? For his attacks on Democrats, right? What is he getting? Right? Tuesday night describing the whole shtick as a sad cavalcade of cell phones. Fucking asshole. This fucking asshole. A sad cavalcade of cell phone and unhinged petulance, Fetterman wrote on X on Wednesday. It only makes Trump look more presidential and restrained. We're becoming a metaphorical car alarms. What? We're becoming the metaphorical car alarms that nobody pays attention to, and it may not be the winning message. Go fuck yourself. Oh no, don't worry. It's he's playing 9D chess and fucking. It only matters how he votes, right? Well, he's also talking about this. He's also fucking. Donald Trump cut $400 million in federal funding to Colombia, but guess who's happy about that? Guess who's happy about that? John Fetterman. Colombia pays for its failure with $400 million grants axed, right? Mr. fucking pro-Israel here is happy because he thinks Colombia paid for its failure to get rid of pro-Hamas sentiment on their campus, right? That's what it say here. We take Colombia's. Fetterman criticized the demonstrations at the universities and urged Colombia's former president to resign over protesters tenting campus across the New York City school grounds. I fully agree with the White House. These protests are anti-Semitic, unconscionable, and dangerous. And some tiki torches, and it's Charlottesville for these Jewish students. What the fuck are you talking about? People fucking trying to free Palestine? Good fucking grief, right? This asshole. This fucking... Yep, no, it'd be great if I could control this. It would be wonderful. What happened? But, I mean, everybody's like, well, it doesn't matter that much, really. It just matters how he votes, right? Okay. Well, guess what? Guess who's fucking missed the most votes in the Senate so far? Here you go. Here's this one. Here we go. Let's see here. Who's showing up to vote in the Senate? Not John Fetterman. The Pennsylvania senator has skipped more votes than any other lawmaker in the chamber so far this year. What are you doing, John? You got a lot to fucking say, but you don't seem to be voting on much. I think he's missed something like 18 fucking votes. The Senate has held 91 floor votes in the new Congress, right? And the attendance record is clear. Fetterman of Pennsylvania has the worst record, missing 18 fucking votes. 8 more than any other senator, according to GovTrack, a nonpartisan site that tracks lawmakers' votes. He was asked about it, and his response was, "I'm devastated by your inquiries." It seems of the 18 votes Fetterman has missed, 11 were on Thursdays. So he was asked why. Despite his Senate absences, Fetterman did not miss the opportunity to travel all the way to Donald Trump's private Mar-a-Lago resort to meet with the then president-elect, the first sitting Democratic senator to do so after the last year's election. Right? One of the party's most outspoken supporters of Israel, Fetterman also made sure to be in D.C. to meet with Benjamin Netanyahu during the Israel prime minister's visit. Isn't that fucking sweet? Meeting with war criminals, double war criminals, shitting on Democrats, missing fucking votes. This motherfucker's got to go. This motherfucker's got to go. Whatever has to happen, you primary him, fire him. I don't give a shit. Sign a fucking petition to remove him? I don't know get him out of there. Get him out. He's done. It's over. It's fucking over. It's a done deal. It is a fucking done fucking deal with this guy. Let me see if I can. There was even another one, too. Let me see if I can pull this one up. There was a fucking another one, too. Let's see. Oh, here we go. He not just, in case that wasn't enough, in case that wasn't enough by fucking Mr. Fetterman, he's also now trolling resistance Dems. Fetterman trolls resistance Dems, warns against voting for shutdown. And you get this fucking feckless loser. Yes, I keep saying Fetterman. Senator John Fetterman offered words of advice to his fellow Democrats on Friday while mocking their, quote, resistance moves against President Trump's return to the White House. Never, never, never vote for a shutdown, ever, he posted on. Congress faces a March 14 deadline to approve a stopgap spending plan and prevent a government shutdown. Again, Republicans are supposed to be so fiscally responsible, right? They should have a budget ready, a plan ready to go. But it seems like they got fucking like 92 plans ready to go, and nobody knows which one they're going to sign or who's passing what. It's a fucking disaster. But John Fetterman seems to want Democrats to help Speaker Mike Johnson and the Republicans get this done. I'd rather let them fucking crash and burn at this point and let the American people see that they're fucking incompetent and incapable of running this administration and running this government. But again, Fetterman just had to get his wax in there to troll the resistance Dems. The people actually trying to fucking do something. The people actually trying to stand up against this fucking administration. So I'm not going to spend any more time on that, but that fucking kind of proves my point on that. I don't know what else you could possibly say to support John fucking Fetterman or Jared Moskowitz. Both of them fucking see you later. Fucking bye-bye. All right, let me remove this. I get too much in here now. Stop screen. Let me put this on here. I just want to let everybody know we do have... Where'd it go? Remove. It's in there. Why can't I see it? There it is. There you is. Patreon Zoom. March Patreon Zoom. So if you sign up at patreon.com/BostonBrian now or between the times of tomorrow and the 17th, you can join us in our Patreon Zoom. You can come have a chat, a little discussion for a little bit, chat about your dogs, whatever it is. And I would really appreciate it. So, yeah, VIP is on the 17th. If you sign up for the VIP level, any other level that you sign up for, you also get the perks and the Zoom. So make sure you check that out. That would be fantastic. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Nope, I want to do that one. All right, next up, let's see here. I'm going to do file. Pardon me while it comes up. Come on. Any day now. All right, there we go. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, share this out on Blue Sky, on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you can. All right, I did that one. Let's get into... all right, let's do this one. Somebody is on repeat. What's that mean, Jerry? I don't know. See, I gotta stop trying to talk about the chat. I never get it right. I'm always hopping in the middle of a conversation. Let's see if I can do this background so everybody knows at least what the show is. I'm going to have to do one of these. Boom. Nope, that's not going to work because I'm going to show a video, so I'll do this one. That works. All right. This is, I think, Newsmax. I don't know who the fuck this is. Could be OAN. Doesn't really fucking matter. They all suck. They're all the same. And this guy is going to tell us, let me put this on the stage. Sorry, it plays. This is Rob Finnerty. So this is Newsmax, I think. And he's going to tell us how Democrats are liars and how we're ridiculous. And he's going to call us out. He's going to show us a thing or two here. But so pay attention, and you might learn something from Rob fucking Finnerty from Newsmax. Whatever the fuck. Here we go.
When Donald Trump said this, he was being serious.
$8 million for making mice transgender.
No, he's not. He is not going to try to say this is true. This has already been debunked. Oh, no, stop it.
This is real.
And it turns out that Democrats really did approve $8 million to try and turn perfectly good little mice into trans mice. And my team.
Stop it. This has got to be a joke. He's like, all right, I'll give him a second.
Spent the day trying to figure out why Democrats felt the need to spend money on something like that, and we couldn't find any.
He just said his whole team spent the entire day trying to figure out why, but he couldn't find anything. There was no major dumps of
Call them
information.
dumps, big, massive dumps.
All right, yeah, there was none of those, no information that he could find. Let's see here. Let's see how long it takes me. Can I find some information on this? Let's see here. Good Lord. And I think it's something like transgenic, right? The word wasn't transgender, it was transgenic. Let me see here. Oh, gee, yep. Fucking 2 seconds. 2 motherfucking seconds. All right, let me see if I can put this on the screen for you guys. This is craziness. We're 30 seconds in here, people. We're 30 fucking seconds in. All right, so I'm gonna remove fucking Mr. Finnerty, and I'm gonna put in the I said remove, and then I said add to stage. This is fact check. Does the U.S. government fund studies aimed at making mice transgender? Okay, let me X this out. So let's go down here. Let's see here. All right, so this is what we're talking about. I believe this is the crux of it, right? So 455K, a mouse model to test the effects of gender-affirming hormone therapy on HIV vaccine-induced immune responses, reproductive consequences of steroid hormone administration, gender-affirming testosterone therapy on breast cancer risk and treatment outcomes, microbiome-mediated effects of gender-affirming hormone therapy in mice. So that's 2, right? So that's 2 so far that have said mice. Androgen effects on the reproductive neuroendocrine axis and gonadal hormones of mediators of sex and gender influences. So 2 of those things, 1 here and 1 here. But I think it actually breaks it down even better here. Somewhere in the bottom, I think they said. Well, here it is, right here. The last one, a $1.2 million NIH-funded study, uses transgenic mice. Transgenic mice, not transgender mice, and focuses on improving healthcare outcomes for LGBTQ plus patients. Rob Finnerty's team couldn't find anything, folks. Couldn't find
trans mice with no explanation why.
None. Not a single explanation he could find. Not a one. It's incredible that he couldn't find an explanation. His whole entire team there at Newsmax couldn't find an explanation. But somehow Boston Brian and Blonde Politics found it in 35 seconds. Right? And there's probably a video here you could watch. So I'll even put it in greater detail. But go ahead, Mr.
You do know that typically medical procedures intended for humans one day usually start as experiments on mice.
Would you rather it be people, you sick fuck? Huh? Would you rather we just start experimenting with the people first? Like, this is not a new fucking phenomenon of science using animals to, get data and research. We didn't start last night.
Democrats wanted to fund a trans mice program to one day create
No, they didn't. They did not even close. Jesus Christ. You fucking imagine believing that? Can you fucking imagine writing that on like a teleprompter and then actually sitting down in front of a camera and saying like, oh, we fucking even tried to fact check this thing. It's definitely true. Holy shit. Unreal.
Trans people, which fits perfectly with their everyone should have an abortion mantra because they don't want more people. And just as a reminder, if you have a sex change operation, you can no longer reproduce. You are sterile, meaning you.
All right. You know what? I think I've proved my point. I think it took about 35 seconds to let you know that guy has no idea what he's talking about. Total horse shit. His fake team. I guarantee there is no team. I guarantee it's him and his fucking wife, probably. He made one fucking website search, and that was about it. Oh, thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. Wait, what we doing tonight, Brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Trying to change our channels. These fucking people, right? And they're so obsessed with it. And you'll hear people like, we're not going to cover it, but on TYT, Jink continues to bring up this example of like Floyd Mayweather. Democrats want Floyd Mayweather to be able to transition to a woman and start playing and start boxing women. And it's like, who the fuck's saying that? Show me a clip. Show me fucking something of an independent fucking progressive or liberal creator talking about how they want fucking Floyd Mayweather to transition and start boxing women. Go ahead, please show me that. I would love to see that. It's ridiculous, And then we're forced to combat it and come back at it. And then they're like, look, you guys are obsessed with it. It's like, no, what the fuck? You brought it up. I wasn't even thinking about it. Hi, Jess. How are you? I don't even watch the news anymore. I mean, I know, but that could be dangerous as well. I understand the sentiment, and believe me, I do. But it's important to get your news and keep updated somehow. But I appreciate you watching. I really do. Hopefully, I am that source. That would be great. That would be fantastic. All right, we're gonna hop into this next. I wanted to get through that one quickly because we're running out of time. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. No, keep that on. All right, so now we're gonna do. Could be the last. Oh, yep. We got to get into this asshole. We do. This is fucking unhinged shit. And then we'll get into, if we have time, the Republicans trying to twist their brain around why they don't have the fucking complete set of the Epstein files. And why could that be? You would think because Trump is president, you would get them all. But we didn't get them all. And I don't understand why Trump is president. Why didn't we get them? All right, so let's get into this one. This is Ben Shapiro basically just this is calling for violence, is what it is. This is just really calling for violence. This is trying to set the country ablaze. If you were to pardon Derek Chauvin, people would lose their fucking minds. Shit would erupt. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. Historically not great a prediction so far in my streaming career, but that's just my point of view. So let's get into. We're only going to watch a little bit of this because it doesn't take long to figure out what he's trying to get at here. Yes, Ben the Rat. So yeah, let's listen to how Ben Shapiro wants to actually advocate for violence. He wants to actually see violence on the streets once again, like we did in 2020. A lot of that instigated by right-wing agitators. So here we go.
Person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is.
How? All right, sorry. I'm already fucking pissed off. I'm already frustrated.
Derek Chauvin. President Trump should, in fact, pardon Derek Chauvin. He should pardon him his federal charges. If we are talking about reversing the evils of the last several years in American life, obviously COVID and its handling was a massive evil.
Okay. You cocksucking motherfucker. What? We watched it with our own fucking eyes, dude. We watched it with our own fucking eyes. This guy kneeing on the neck of George Floyd. I mean, reversing the evils? You mean forgiving the evils? How is what he did forgivable in any sense, in anybody's imagination?
Destroyed the economy, set us on a path to fiscal insanity, destroyed children, led to massive health-related cover-ups, just horrifying all the way around. And President Trump has taken on a lot of those things. But when it came to BLM, the inciting event for the BLM riots that caused $2 billion in property damage in the United States and set America's race relations on their
which he wants to happen again,
worst footing in my lifetime, was in fact the railroading of Derek Chauvin in
the railroading of Derek Chauvin. It's on fucking video. It's on fucking video. How was he possibly railroaded, Ben? Please, I'm dying to hear this.
Death of George Floyd. The evidence demonstrates that Derek Chauvin did not, in fact, commit murder of George Floyd.
Yeah, what? I'm sorry. Ben, come on over. fly your fucking skinny prick. Fly the fuck over. All right? Let me knee on the fucking esophagus for, I don't know, several minutes. And we'll see what you think. Is that somebody that's trying to help you, or is that somebody that's actively trying to kill you? I mean, just asking questions here. Would that be something that you'd be okay with? Or would that be something potentially, I don't know, dangerous and harmful to your fucking health? Was it 9 minutes? Sorry, Buttercup baby. That's my fault. It's been a long time. A lot of information's passed through this fucking brain since. But even fucking to even suggest that this is something that Donald Trump should do is dangerous. This is going to fucking, I'm telling you right now. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I very well could be wrong. Maybe people's memories are too short. But there is a fucking high probability that if Donald Trump pardons Derek Chauvin, that we see some fucking shit kick off.
Floyd was high on. He had a significant pre-existing heart condition. George Floyd was saying he could not breathe before he was even out of the car. He was in the car saying he could not breathe. Derek Chauvin, for large segments of even the tape that was shown, had his knee on George Floyd's shoulder or back, not on his neck.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. I don't know how many fucking lies you can fit under that fucking yarmulke, but there can't be much more room. Because fucking bullshit. And what does it fucking matter if he said he couldn't breathe before he got out of the car? What the fuck does that matter? What the fuck does that? That does not change the events that happened directly after that. Don't worry, I robbed the bank, but before I walked in, I said, hey, I'm not robbing this bank. You can't don't arrest me. I'm good. Hey, everybody, I am not going to, rob this fucking liquor store. Just to let everybody know. But I am. So, nope, I said it. I said it outside. I wasn't going to do it.
The autopsy of George Floyd showed that he had no damage to his trachea.
Again, I didn't go over the medical records, the death certificate and stuff of George Floyd, okay? But does it fucking matter, right? I mean, we watched with our own eyes. I mean, I've seen fucking, documentaries where people have been strangled, but it did not leave a mark, right? Or it had been so long, that the injuries that weren't showing. Does it fucking matter? If you close off his airwaves, does it matter if you damage the esophagus? Serious question. Yeah, we don't. Let's. But again, I think you get the idea. We don't have to go into any more fucking. We don't have to go into any more of him and listen to his fucking bullshit. I can't stand his voice. Again, he'll be the last person. He'll be the fucking furthest person away from whatever kicks off. That little fucking skinny prick, right there. That fucking lame. The anti-alpha, right? Ben Shapiro. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. DJ6T has gotten his martial law yet. Hasn't gotten his martial law yet. Outcome of pardon. Chauvin may finally lead to that. I mean, he's wheeling and dealing like it don't matter at this point. I don't know if I think honestly martial law might complicate things for him. I know it gives him fucking outstanding power, but I mean at this point he's happy as a pig in shit. He doesn't seem to be. He can't be stopped by the fucking media. The media asks him questions. He just blurts out lies and says whatever the fuck he wants after. Everybody's praising him because he's taking so many questions. Of course, you can take as many questions as you want if you're not going to fucking answer them. You're just going to lie through your teeth. Of course, you can sit down and fucking tell the reporters to ask away. Doesn't matter what you ask. I'm just going to say bullshit. Reporter's not going to come at me afterwards because they're worried about their fucking access to the room that they're in, right? And then we go around in this big circle. Hey, sir, let me ask you a question about this fucking very important topic in this very specific situation. Answer. Nothing to do with that. Not even remotely. And it's a lie, right? Okay, reporter. Thank you. How does that help our democracy? How is that? I mean, grow some balls in there in that fucking reporting room. Put your job on the line if you care about journalism that much, right? If you care about journalistic integrity that much, put your balls on the line. Force this guy to answer questions. Don't fucking let him get away with it. Don't not follow up on a question. Good grief. All right. So this is, I believe, the last one we got to get into. We got, see if I can do this in 15 minutes. We did the lies. All right. This is, it's not the last one because I want to cover how the Tesla dealerships, not only is Tesla's stock tanking pretty much everywhere, but people are now taking their rage out on Tesla vehicles and Tesla dealerships around the world. So we'll take a look at that if we got time. Like I said, I might go a couple minutes over, but that's just how it goes. All right, this is Dan Ball, our our arch nemesis on what is it, Real America? I don't even know what the fuck channel he's on. They all blend together. It doesn't fucking matter. But this is him and some young guest that he's got on, trying to wrap their brains around what could have possibly stopped them from getting all the information in the Epstein files, right? What do you guys think possibly could have been the reasoning? Nope, I don't want to see you. I want to see these people. Right,
Fox News producer, host of the Brianna Morello Show, independent journalist, Brianna Morello, back on the program. Brianna, real simple question.
Before we get into that question, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, please. We're on our way to 12,000 subscribers. I think we're only like 75 away when we first started. Oh, hey, Jen, thank you so much. Appreciate that. You sound like you feel like hot pickled dog shot. What? You sound like you feel like hot pickled dog shot. I'm assuming dog shit, but I don't know why that or how that changes that. That doesn't make it any better. I appreciate you, though. I appreciate the contributions. Sounds like something I'd say when I've been drinking. All right, here we go. The question is, this is about the Epstein files, if you're just joining us. And if you are just joining, hey, big dog, what's going on? Hey, Tom, make sure you hit the like, share, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And anybody that does contribute to the channel and it goes by in the chat and I don't see it, don't worry about it. Stick around till the end. I go over and recognize everybody's contributions to the channel, no matter what it is. So thank you very much. Here we go.
How about it? With all your contacts, do you think we will ever get the real list from the deep state, or has it been buried so damn deep we're never...
From the deep state, people. We're still talking about the deep state. They got the presidency, the House, the Senate. They're fucking in control of DHS, fucking HHS, fucking DCT, BCU, ABC, CIA, FBI, DEA, ATF. Throw a couple more fucking letters in there if you want. They got it all. Somehow they're still being thwarted by the deep state. How? What else do you need? What fucking else do you need to eliminate the deep state? I mean, it's like, I don't understand. You know? It's fucking crazy to me.
How do you lie to the FBI and now you're running for president?
I don't know how you could lie to the FBI and you're still running for president. I don't know how it happened. But all right, let's listen to Dan Ball try to wrap his brain around, again, why he's not, why the deep state is still thwarting them.
Even with Team Trump, we're never going to be able to uncover it.
Even with Team Trump. He's so close, people. He is so fucking close, right? It's even with, no, how about because of Team Trump, right? He's fucking like one word away from getting this. He is one word away from completely understanding why this fucking debacle happened. Why the files that were released 10 years ago. Why the other fucking shit that was like completely redacted. Absolutely, big dog. Just no self-awareness whatsoever. Correct. Like, how do you not know that you sound like a complete and utter twat? Right? I don't understand it. I really just don't understand it. And I think and she continues here.
Yeah, I think we're never going to be able to uncover it. Pam Bondi, what a disappointment she was in all.
We're never going to be able to uncover it. I believe this woman here her specialty or what she does is tries to go and uncover shit about the Epstein situation. But her opinion is we're never going to see it, even with Donald Trump at the helm.
Of this, literally lying when she was on a cable news channel the night.
Ooh, Pam Bondi lying. Listen to the rhetoric. They're starting to get a little fucking frustrated here. You know why? Because I think they know they have to lie about it, and they're getting frustrated about the fact that they have to continue to lie about it. They thought this was going to be the end of the road for them trying to lie about it. It was going to totally fucking exonerate Donald Trump. They'd be able to come out and show everybody he's, was fucking free and clear. Didn't get that opportunity, though. Didn't get that. Even with Donald Trump as president. Not because.
Before the big drop, saying that she was sickened by all of the content that she found in these pages that was given.
Meaning she saw them, meaning she had possession of them, meaning she had fucking, physical eye contact on this material. What happened to it?
For office. And that was just the day before we found out that the phase one of all of this were documents we already had access to. In fact, we knew more before phase one was rolled out than after, because phase one had a lot of redactions that, well, if you
that weren't redacted to begin with.
Paid attention to the documents that were dumped online previously, we saw more information. We saw personal contacts and whatnot there. So Pam Bondi, an absolute disappointment in all of this. I don't know if she's intentionally doing this or if it's just
she may be doing it intentionally. Okay.
Accidental incompetence.
Now, why? Now let's ask ourselves a question, chat. Let's just ask ourselves a question. Why, if, let's go with what she's saying, let's run with it. Pam Bondi is doing this on purpose, right? Had this stuff in her possession. Already saw it, was disgusted by it. But somehow decided not to come out with it. What reason do you think she'd have? What reason could possibly be there for her not wanting to release this? And we got Stretch says accidental incompetence. Or is it that it would incriminate the president of the United fucking States? Right? Would it show us what Donald Trump did to Katie Johnson? Right? Would it show us exactly how many times he was on the Lolita Express or at the island or on the plane? Maybe that's why? Can we just throw out one of the options, please? Just one of the options. Why is Pam Bondi lying? I know that's what you said, but why would she be lying? Doesn't really make much sense that she'd just come out and try to lie, right?
It's really hard to gauge. I just don't like being lied to. Now, the American people have every right to be enraged by what took place. Those social media influencers, like you just cited, Dan, they had no idea that they were getting these documents dumped on them. And they had no idea that they were really just being used as props. I mean, it was disgraceful. So many of these people are just sitting in a room. And
it was disgraceful.
And all of a sudden they get these binders.
Remember, this is a fucking MAGA show.
And intentionally they're then walked out in front of the media with these binders that you see here on your screen.
Yep.
Now,
and you and I know almost all these people, and they're good people. I mean, Liz Wheeler used to work for us. Jack Posobiec used to work for us.
Just complete the dirt, the fucking shittiest people on the face of the planet. This group of people, just the most horrendous group of people you could possibly think of.
DC Drano, Rogan O'Hanley's been on this program for 4 or 5 years. There's Jack. I had Chad Prather on last night. He was one of them. Savannah Hernandez. I mean, literally all 50.
Yeah, so again, why? Why would these people be set up? Why would they be used as pawns in this fucking scheme the White House cooked up? Why are we not asking ourselves that, Danny boy? Anytime you want me to come on and explain some of this to you, I'd be more than happy to. Hopefully this reaches you somehow. Chances are not too many more people watch this clip than watch my live stream. So let's try to get ahead of fucking Danny Ball here. Like, share, subscribe. That would be fantastic. And thank you to the at least, 600 people, close to 600 that are watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. So I don't know if is there a reason to continue to go with this, or should I just show you that Elon's place is getting all fucked up? Yeah, let's see if it gets any juice here.
Yeah, Dan, I got to be honest with you. I found that letter. I released that letter before anyone else. And the letter specifically I'm talking about is the one from Pam Bondi to Kash Patel. So when she handed them these binders, there was also a letter in there from herself to Patel.
Yeah, we know about the letter. All right, we don't have to get into that. They look like assholes. They're stretching their brains. They don't know how to wrap their heads around what happened. Why could it possibly be that we didn't get this information? Why were these great people that we're associated with and we know used as pawns and given a fucking binder full of, shit we already knew and, shit redacted that we knew? And again, just one more fucking step in their brain and they'd have it. And it's just so close to them. And it's crazy to me that they can't see it. Just can't see the forest through the trees, these people. All right, let's take a look at this one. Man, I think I had like 25 something things to get through today. I think I got through almost all of them. That one I did. I think I did. Yeah, doing pretty good, guys. Doing pretty good. This is this is a good one. This is Jesse Waters, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm Boston Brian. This is Blunt Politics, the political podcast that sifts through the bullshit of the mainstream media and gives you an outlet to, express your frustrations, to join a group of people that actually try to resist, that actually try to fight, that don't just sit behind a computer, but actually get out into the real world, into these meetings and into these town halls, knocking on doors and making a difference. That's our community. That's the Church of Bryantology, thus founded by Slacks. And you are the Bryantologist. You are the Lobsters. Drop some fucking lobsters in the chat. Drop some of them emojis that Mel worked hard on. Jesse Twata. I like that one. Jesse Twata. Most slappable tool on television, Peter. I like that one. All right, here we go. Let's get into Jesse Waters crying and defending the richest man on the planet, the man with probably the most access to United States information and government data and federal agencies than anybody on the fucking face of the planet, Elon Musk. So let's hear Fox try to defend him.
Time told you last night that deranged leftists are vandalizing Teslas and firebombing dealerships across the country. Well, we just found out another dealership in Oregon was just shot up. Watch.
Roughly 40 protesters gathered here at the Southwest Cascade Avenue Tigard Tesla dealership for a protest. They're calling.
I don't know. Maybe don't do Nazi salutes. Maybe. Maybe don't, discriminate and fucking degrade. And that's a word, right? Degrade or degrade. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry on that one. But don't demean and fucking deport and, round up U.S. citizens and side with Russia and, destroy healthcare, fire veterans. Again, don't do Nazi salutes. Don't say Nazi shit. Don't have Nazi fucking print on your hat. Don't recite Mein Kampf. Because guess what, people? I got news for you. Broken fucking windows at your Tesla shop is the least of what you can expect if you continue down the path you're going. And I am not advocating for it. I hope we do not see that. But that is my prediction. That is my guess. That we'll look back and say, fuck, a couple broken windows in the Tesla shop. That was the least of it. People are now taking shit into their own hands, right? We're now seeing things like this pop up all over the country, whether it's at Tesla, whether it's at fucking roundabouts or junctions or overpasses, at the Capitol, at any other federal building, at companies. We're seeing protests either for Ukraine, just against Donald Trump's regime in general, for democracy, against Elon Musk, by Republicans. Republicans had to cancel their town halls. It's starting. And I'll tell you, you may not think about it, but the fucking weather has a big impact on this shit, right? Everybody knows when the fucking temperature goes up, shit tends to kick off. Just saying, right?
Calling it the rally to restore democracy. They were protesting against President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, the Doge cuts, and also the tariffs at the border. This protest is...
I mean, look at these people. Do these look like radical individuals? right? Are these radical fucking people to you? Are these like young liberal? Did you hear what Jesse said? Did you hear what? Hold on, let's go back to the beginning. What are we at right here? 25 seconds. Okay, remember that. Listen to Jesse here.
Primetime told you last night that deranged leftists are vandalizing Teslas and
deranged leftists. Okay, let's go to 25 seconds. Do these look like deranged leftists to you? This is a bunch of deranged leftists. Oh yeah, look at them. Look at all those. Look at all them Gen X and Gen Zs and fucking. Look at them all. Look at them all, guys. Just crazed leftists. I don't know who shot it. That's not. We shouldn't be doing that shit.
Shot rounds overnight. Investigators believe at least 7 shots were fired, damaging 3 cars and shattering windows.
Man, it's almost like we should have more restriction on firearms. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh, maybe more restriction. I don't know.
One bullet went through an office wall and into a computer monitor. This incident comes after a string of vandalism attempts for Teslas and Tesla dealerships across the nation.
Primetime's also obtained new photos of the man who firebombed the Tesla dealership in Salem, Oregon, causing $500,000 worth of damage.
Oh, $500,000. Oh, geez. Oh, let's cry. Let's all pray. Let's pray for that building. Let's pray for that. That's insured, definitely, and probably will be rebuilt at a fucking profit somehow, taxed, and, insurance, and, how it works with big companies. Oh, man. I mean, and again, I'd like to reiterate and make it clear that I do not advocate for this type of shit. But guess what? When you fucking hop up on a stage and do 2 blatant Nazi fucking salutes, when you got Steve Bannon hopping up on stage doing 2 blatant Nazi salutes, when you got every fucking right-wing commentator on the planet defending the Nazi salutes, when you got the government of the United States siding with Vladimir Putin and Russia against our allies, right? When you start deporting and rounding up American citizens, when you start cutting benefits for seniors, when you start fucking firing veterans from the federal workforce, you're stirring the fucking pot right now. The pot is being stirred. And I'd like to remind everybody that there's a lot of fucking guns in this country. And I'd also like to remind everybody that it's not just the fucking Republicans that have them. And obviously would like to avoid any of this at all costs. But the way this government is moving, it's forcing us. Ben Shapiro calling for Derek Chauvin to be pardoned. I mean, it's almost like they're poking the fucking bear. Hoping for something. And unfortunately, as I've been talking about, where is the point? Where does the line get drawn in the sand for this country, for the people, to stand up for themselves when they feel like their fucking party is not doing it for them? When the leaders of our party are talking about it's their government, what fucking, what can I do? What recourse do I have? They have this, that, this, and the other. There's nothing they can do. That's fucking great. It's a good thing to say. It's a good rhetoric, right? And even if that is the case, you don't go into a negotiation telling people everything about what you have already before, You don't go try to buy, you're not selling a car. Oh man, you don't go in and say, what, I'm in a tough situation and fucking, I just paid this for rent. And if I don't come up with $1,000, I'm trying to sell this car for $5,000, but, if I need $1,000 by tomorrow or I'm getting evicted. Like if you were to tell somebody that beforehand, the guy's gonna be like, well, I'm not giving you $5,000, right? How about I give you $1,000 cash, right? You'll be okay for tomorrow. You're going to take it because it's $1,000 cash and it guarantees that you have another month in your fucking spot. And I get $4,000 off this car. Good negotiating skills. That was perfect. Great job. Great fucking job.
Surveillance photos show him walking towards the Tesla dealership in a black burqa before Chuck.
All right, we don't have to keep going with that. We know the story on that one. But again, like I'm saying, where does the fucking line in the sand get drawn? And I'm not asking for it. I'm only asking questions. Right? I'm only asking questions. I'm curious because there was a point back in World War II where the United States finally fucking snapped, right? Unfortunately, that event happened to be Pearl Harbor in over 2000 soldiers and airmen and fucking sailors had to die. But when is enough enough? When is supporting a terroristic regime in Russia? When is, even when Russia's connected to Iran and China, so now it's going to be the United States, Iran, China, North Korea, fucking Sudan. When do the people need to, I don't know, stand up? And is it forcing people to get involved in the midterms? Because that's another huge part of this. I do believe that the 2026 midterms will be the most revealing, the most telling midterms in the history of this country. I think it's going to tell us a lot about where the mindset of this country is at. Whether or not the portion of the Republicans that we think are getting sick and tired of what's going on with Doge that we've seen at the town halls, if that really translates into votes against Republicans. And if all of this shit going on is really going to draw people to the polls, at least, to cast their vote, it just, if we ever get there, no, I think, again, with fucking predictions, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Again, it's going to be extremely important. We're going to get there, and as history has shown, the Democrats should have the advantage. Not only, even remove the shit that Donald Trump has done in the first, 100 minus days in office. Just historically, usually the party that is not in office gets a little pick-me-up during the midterms. But add on all the shit that we talked about, the deportations, the roundup of U.S. citizens, the siding with Vladimir Putin, the cutoff of aid and intelligence to Ukraine, Doge cutting, getting into the Treasury, cutting fucking federal workers for some of the most important federal agencies, cutting veterans out of the workforce. So many different fucking things that we could talk about that they're doing. So it's past. I think we got to everything. I think that's everything. Let's see here. New 25. Oh, thank you, Jen. Appreciate that for becoming a new member on Patreon. That's amazing. And I thank you again, Laurie. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I got through everything. I think I did. That's crazy. I did not think I was getting through all those. Anna from Ukraine. Yep. Praise Trump. Shapiro. Russian spies. Yeah, we did. We got everything, guys. We got everything. Good job. All in fucking within time, too. Within time. All right. Let's thank everybody for their contributions to the channel. And then we'll get you guys out of here and you can enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday afternoon. Cecilia is first on the list with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Appreciate that. Hope everybody was very nice. And thank you very much for the gifted membership, whoever received it. And thank you again, Cecilia. I appreciate you watching. I really do. Unfortunate altar boy. What's going on? What's up? I used to love those commercials. Of course, I'm an idiot. Those commercials just fit perfectly with my my attitude and shit. Thank you, unfortunate altar boy. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. 5 months too, huh? Thank you so much. I feel like I haven't seen the name in there for a while, but you've been here, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Fancy, thank you so much for the 1 gifted. Appreciate that very much. Thank you much for watching and your contributions. Yvonne, let's go, Yvonne. How do? Gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Yvonne. I really appreciate that. Very nice of you. And again, I hope everybody that received a gifted membership from Yvonne was nice enough to say thank you. And you can also do the same. There's a join button right underneath me. You can become a channel member. You can also gift memberships. You can send super chats. You can send super stickers, that type of stuff. All below me. Everything helps. Every little bit goes a long way. So thank you, Yvonne. I do appreciate it. Let's see who's next. Laurie, I love your work, Brian. Thank you, Laurie. Appreciate that. I feel my voice kind of going here. I don't know what's going on. Member for 1 month. Thank you for being here, Laura. I really do appreciate that. I hope you found some value and reason to keep coming back for the membership. You know what I mean? I hope it's worth it. Is what I'm trying to say. Lisa, mi amor, how you doing? New member here. I really appreciate it, Lisa, mi amor. Thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate it. Slacks. What up, my man? What's happening? Slava Ukraini. I love you, Brian Mel and Duggery Dog Logan. Love to all my fellow Briantologists. Right back at you, my man. Appreciate you, dude. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday afternoon. Let's see here. JD, I am, what is it? Where'd you go? I am membranos. I am membranos. I don't know what that means. You guys, you crack me up, though. I appreciate it. 11 months. Long time, my brother. Long time. Golf clap on that one. Appreciate you, dude. Let's see here. Jerry, continue to support democracy. Thank you so much, Boston Brian. I appreciate it. I don't know. StreamYard makes your emoji sometimes just letters. It says USCAFRUA. So I'm assuming it's a U.S. flag, a Canada flag, a French flag, and a Ukrainian flag. That's just my guess. But I do appreciate the contribution. Michael McAndrews says Musk stinks and Trump is a traitor. Right on. That should be the headline for every news story from here on out. But I do appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. And you're absolutely right. Thank you, Nordez, for the 5 gifted. My voice is going, and I don't know why. I can feel it. I really do appreciate it. Let's see here. Sheldon, thank you so Sheldon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted as well. I really appreciate it. You two are huge contributors to this channel, both you and Nordez. So I thank you, and I recognize you both. It's really, really appreciated and so helpful to this channel. I do appreciate it. Trucker John is here. Slava Ukraini all the way. Thank you for being here for 7 months. I appreciate it, my dude. Let's see here. Sunflower Dragon says, I believe in separation of church and state, but Joe Biden and Ash Wednesday has had it every year. Trump never has. We went over that. We talked about how Trump is just the fakest Christian, the fakest fucking religious person on the face of the earth. Let's see. And with Joe Biden's, with all his faults, actually was a true Catholic. Actually went to church. Let's see here. Sunday. Sorry, my mouse went out. My mouse went out. Let's see here. Sunflower Dragon gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Sunflower Dragon. We appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for being here. Kara, let's see. Kara sent a $20 super sticker. Thank you, Kara. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. It's a really big contribution to the channel. I thank you. JD's back at it with another 5. Thank you, JD. Thank you, JD. I wish this thing added up who contributed the most. Not that matters. It's not a race, so I guess that's stupid to say. I don't mean that. Thank you, Sally, very much for the 1 gifted. It's very nice of you. Thank you, Yaakov. I appreciate the 1 gifted. Let's see here. Jess, thank you so much. I hope you guys are very well. Hey, Brian, amazing show. I have a 19-year-old. That's crazy. Good luck. God bless you. God bless you. Let's see here. Colleen, how are you? Boston Brian, have you seen any updates of legal Ukrainians being sent back to Ukraine? I did. Well, I saw the questions being asked. Let's see here. Ukrainian temporary protective status. This is January 2017 top story. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. Trump says he's looking at revoking protective status for Ukrainians. Let's see here. One sec. I'm just going to put in the video of him saying it real quick. No, I don't want that. I want this removed, and I want this in. All right, now let me start it over. All right, this is stop up big. Well, this is I don't care how big it is or what it says, as long as you hear what he says. All right, listen.
Are you considering revoking the TPS status for the more than 2?
Are you considering revoking the TPS or the temporary protective status for the Ukrainians that have come over is the gist of the fucking questions. And Donald Trump is either too dumb or too fucking deaf to hear what he's saying. And he calls it a GPS. Yeah, what? The GPS for the Ukrainians? Yeah. Are we changing the G? What's the G? Are we doing GPS? He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Let's check it out.
200,000 Ukrainians who live here in the U.S.
What are you saying?
The Ukrainians that are here in the
Yeah,
U.S., they're under a TPS status.
On GPS?
TPS
Yeah, GPS, you fucking moron. What a fucking tool.
temporary.
Oh, I thought you said GPS.
Yeah, the GPS. Yeah, 20,000 Ukrainians on GPS.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what TPS is.
There was some news saying that they were going to be revoked and they were going to be deported from the country. Are you considering that?
Well, we're not looking to hurt anybody, and we're certainly not looking to hurt them. And I'm looking at that, and there were some people that think that's appropriate and some people don't, and I'll be making a decision.
Again, Mr. fucking play both sides of the fence, so he can't. I mean, some people do, some people don't. I don't want to hurt him, but I'm looking at it. A bunch of meaningless horseshit. Fucking babble.
Okay?
President Trump
But we're not looking to hurt them, especially Ukrainians. They've gone through a lot.
Oh, have they? Oh, now you want to fucking recognize how much the Ukrainians have been through, you fucking prick. All right, so just to show you exactly what I was talking about and what Colleen was talking about. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Where was I? Jess, thank you so much. Brian, love to you and Mel. Your shows are amazing. We celebrate Tegan and Danny's birthday last Monday and Thursday. Keep up your amazing work. Your voice is needed in this world. Love to all. Oh, Jess, thank you so much. And happy birthday, Tegan. Happy birthday, Danny. I hope you guys celebrated well. I hope you guys had a great time. Hopefully Tegan maybe can hop on the chat, the Zoom tomorrow, so I can say happy birthday. That would be fantastic. If not, no big deal. I'm sure because she's a popular teenager now. She got her own life. She got her stuff to do. She don't want to be hanging around mom talking on the computer. I don't know why I just evolved into a New York accent on that one, but I did. All right. Josh is next with the $5 super chat saying, "Oh, hey, what are we doing tonight, Brain?" Same thing we do every night, Pinky, trying to change the channels. You guys crack me up. Thank you, Jess, again for the one gift, and I appreciate you. Jim the Geek hasn't gotten his martial law yet. Yeah, outcome pardon and Chauvin may finally lead to that. Again, incredible theory. I don't know what the benefit is. I know it gives him. I understand about the powers that would give him. I understand, but again, I feel like that would complicate things so much more because obviously the attention would be so much more focused and so much more, spotlighted on what the fuck is going on, as opposed to him just kind of doing what he wants already, right? And knowing that he's got the Supreme Court to back him up and the rule, all the bullshit. So, but again, I'm not a mind. I'm not a. I can't predict the future, so we'll see. Let's see here. Tony, thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate you watching very much. Jen with the confusing. Unless is that a response to the Pinky and the Brain one? I don't know, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Austin Schofield became a new member. Thank you so much, Austin. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Oh, Kristen, given 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Kristen. Very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. I appreciate that. Again, everybody that got a gift of membership, all 10 of you, please, if you could, reach out to Kristen and show your appreciation. Thank her for that lovely contribution to the channel. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. Nordez, as usual, coming back at it with another 5. Vaughn with another 5. You guys are just fucking fantastic, the both of you. I appreciate you so freaking much. Melissa, let's see here. $20 super sticker. Thank you so much, Melissa. Appreciate that. Very nice to see you in the chat. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope it was well worth it for you. Let's see here. Brian, have you spoken to RFK Jr. today? Honestly, that might be the reason I can't talk. That might be the reason I can't talk. Right? I don't know. I wouldn't even know. I think I have to would that even work? Right? No, I'm gonna blow my I wouldn't be able to talk for a week. I'm gonna give it a rest. I think he's on vacay. I apologize, girl. But I think I'd be done for the week. I'd be doing sign language to my customers. Chewy, thank you so much for the 10 gifted, dude. I really, really appreciate that. Very, very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Everybody here at Blunt Politics is hugely appreciative of your contributions, and thank you for watching. Ricky as well. Same thing. Appreciate that. I've had laryngitis for a week now. Hope you don't get sick, Brian. We need your voice. Love to you, all the mods, and Brian told you. Same to you. I'm stuffy, but I always get kind of stuffy. I don't know, so that doesn't really mean much. It's the kind of the voice thing that maybe get me a little worried. But what are you going to do? I mean, I'm working outside anyway. It's not like it's going to stop me from doing anything. But thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. I appreciate your concern. And I'll make sure I got all the medicines here and stuff anyway, just in case. Let's see here. Sorry, I was late today. Well, nope, you're fired. That's it. That's it. You can't be late. No more tardiness. No, I'm just kidding. It's all right. Whenever you pop in, my man. Do your thing. Sorry I was late today. And for the cuss job. Thank you, Yakov. I appreciate that. And Rosanna, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate that. Allie Bubble. Let's go. If you have to clip orange, can you dub Chipmunk voice? I think I can do that with my voice mod. I'm not running on it right now. I'm just doing the regular through the regular mic right now. But if I set it up with the voice mod, I think I can change it to like different voices like that. But I never get it right, and it always ruins shit. I'll give it a shot. I'll see if I can run a couple test runs. Appreciate that. Flipper, he's faster than lightning. I forget that song. Thank you so much. Make your show 3 hours. We'll stay. Say hi to RFK. Everybody wants the RFK. I will. The fucking show, if you look at the length of the shows anyway, if you go back and look at the length, they have 3 hours anyway. I mean, every single one of them is like closer to 3 hours than it is to 2 hours. But I appreciate you saying that you would watch and do watch for that long. I do. Oh, fucking shit. Colleen coming in huge. Let's go, Colleen. Fucking hey. I appreciate that so much. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. Really sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $50 super sticker. That's huge. And I keep banging the table and my mouse keeps coming disconnected. All right, Benny Loco's in the house. Let's go. Hi, Benny. How are you? Thank you, Brian. Chatland. Love Chatland. Happy Sunday, y'all. We're right back at you. Appreciate you. And thank you for the 7 months of contributions and beyond. I know you've been here longer than that, so I don't think that's all I'm giving you. But thank you, Benny Loco, for all you're doing. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your fight. Thank you for your passion. And Jenny Faye, Jesus Christ, let's go. You guys are fucking unbelievable. Been listening from a distance, making broccoli cheese soup. Thanks for keeping me company. Went to Women's March. Went to Women's Day March in Indy yesterday. Pics of some of the signs on my blue sky. Great time. Here's Cali Funds. Love to you, Mel, Logan, and Marvelous Mods. Well, thank you, Jenny Faye. That is incredible. I'll make sure to not only check out your pictures on Blue Sky, but I'll make sure to share them out from the Women's Day March. That's pretty cool. And thank you for your activism. Thank you for your contributions. That is really huge to the channel. Thank you so much. PB, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. You guys have been fucking fantastic. I think that rounds it out. I think that's about everybody. So once again, I appreciate you guys. I don't think I have a song to play at the end, though. I don't think I have an ending again. Don't think I have to add. Let's see. I'm going to try it one more time. See if it's there. I don't know where it went. It's going to be right here if it is. New intro countdown. That ain't it. No, I need an outro. Where be the outro? Intros and exits. No, not going to happen. All right. So, kind of left to sit here and we could play this. All right, we could play that one. Or we could do, let's see here. We could do.
Refer to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small.
Yep, that's what they say. But yeah, well, I do have something I could play, but I think the information on it, that's what I'll do. I'll play this one. Disregard the information on the video that I'm playing. Just listen to the music. It's the fucking music I'm playing. Disregard the shit that it says on it, because it's not going to be correct information. It's not going to be correct. But you guys, make sure you're staying healthy. Make sure you're staying aggressive. Make sure you're staying active. Keep your head on a swivel. Because, like I said, you never know. Just make sure you're aware. Like I said, keep yourself happy, healthy. Do stuff to get your mind off the madness and the craziness as often as you possibly can. And I will see you guys Wednesday night at 8:30 after Hal Sparks. Make sure you're checking out Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. And then you can join me afterwards. So I really do appreciate you guys. I will see you Wednesday night. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Now, hold on. Let's see here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a
It's really hard to do with my voice like this, but, Robert F. Kennedy really I approve of the way that Donald Trump is running his administration. I really, really do.
That's so hard to do with my voice like that. It's so hard to do. My bad. All right, I'm out. I should have left when I was on top. I don't know what the fuck that was. Thanks, guys. I'll see you Wednesday night. Appreciate it.
I got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants.
It's hard enough doing RFK. I don't need to add more to my repertoire. It's very straining on the fucking throat to talk like this. It's not easy. It's actually not fucking easy.
Got a little chubby going there.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, I'll give yourself a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely.
We're a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat your...
Like we always do about this time.
Is there anything worse than white people? White people are a mortal danger to you and your loved ones.
My superpower is being honest. I will eat my neighbors.
I don't fucking see how that's possible. For me, the exit video is playing. It's on screen. It's playing. The music is playing. Fucking shit is fucking going good. But for some reason, you guys are looking at me looking like an asshole. No, I've learned my lesson. Not that I ever did, but you know what I mean. I've made sure. Oh my Lanta! When the fuck did we get ice cream? Why can nothing just act right? Now what do I do? Hope it works again? I'm out of here. This is fucking ridiculous. Just one show. I just want to be able to leave and not look like an asshole. Well, I guess we try it again. It's the only fucking shit I got. It's the only thing I got. Hold on. Maybe this. Is this enough? Hold on. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry, I'm playing music in the background that StreamYard tries to give you, but it ain't worth it. I'm going for it again. If you look at me, I'm sorry. Tell me again. What an asshole. Good grief. All right, bye. Peace.
I'm standing up here bashing the living shit out of Nazis.
Fucking Nazis.
There's no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist.
There's a fly. Oh, I wonder where the fly came from. Water coming here is dead. All I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnet. We've endorsed JP, right? JD Mandel, and he's doing great.
Gifting production to Thailand and to Vietnam.
The population in Thailand is 63 million people. It is twice the size of Wyoming. Its chief exports are textiles, footwear, and rice. Each year, approximately 13,000 people are killed in car accidents in Thailand.
Yesterday's a hard word for me.
Obama. Oh, get those lights off! Off! Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off.
Thank you, mods. Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you everything you do, not only in this chat, but everybody else's chat that you guys donate your time to. Really, really appreciate it. I hope you can hear me. Every single one of you mods. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great rest of Sunday. Everybody else as well. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. This time, Devon. I'm down.
Cacophony, a crescendo, a finale, a coup de grace.
Go fuck yourself. Taking him back to Nevada where he's wanted for banging horses.